Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to tonight's session of Avatar Legends, Session 10. So, at the end of this, we get to do our fun Session 10 review via the players and see if we're good enough to certify and teach other people and all that fun stuff. They've been prepped. They know exactly what to say. We've prepped them all. Um, that being a joke, obviously. Um,
This
so,
is scripted.
super script, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just like the real elections. We just make you feel like it's natural. So pushing forward into our narrative for the night, we have unfortunately lost a player due to scheduling conflicts. No bad blood, luckily. If he gets things figured out, he'll come back. But for now, his character will disappear. But everyone else is here this week, so hello everyone else. Excuse me while I sneeze. Whew. That's gonna suck in the audio. I
Gesundheit.
apologize. So Avatar Legends Session 10. We're calling this one the Test of Wisdom, and it's gonna be great. And we'll get through that in a minute. But before then, let's get a quick recap from what we did last session. Oop, that's the wrong button. It's the Google document, not the other thing. So, looking at our stuff and thing, which reminds me I need to update stuff. Without reading exactly off the script from last time, what happened last time? I shouldn't call it a script. The notes.
This is scripted, though.
It is, yeah, that was really good. I like it. I appreciate, truly, I do appreciate it. Just for the record.
I remember being very angry
That's literally all the time.
because I was fooled by a member in our party. I guess I wasn't the only one.
True.
Two members in our party, actually, now that I remember.
Oh shit.
Made us think they were kidnapped in order to make us fight better.
Yeah, we were not happy about that.
No, as I recall, we ended the session with us beating the crap out of them.
Yeah, that's about right.
But did you win?
I mean, yeah, but
The least important detail of the story.
The least important detail of the story, we won. The most
Absolutely.
important part of the story is they're now not going to be able to sit right for a while.
How does that make you feel? Person that got beat up while they weren't here? Long John.
I got beat up because there was people lying about prisoners were forced to fight.
Yes. Yeah, you.
I probably feel extra bad because one of my major traits is care, and so I was forced to care about people, and then I found out it was a lie.
no.
No. You was
That's
the
like
liar.
the blow.
No. You is the liar. You and our
You
rogue.
the scammer.
I'm the scammer.
You're the
Oh.
scammer.
Oh.
Was he not informed about what happened here? Hold on a minute now.
Look, everyone has access to the notes.
All right, so your character and the other person's character decided to set it up to make it look like you were kidnapped by our opponents in the last match, and we were told to drop out, but you guys did it to make us fight harder so that we would win.
And you're just finding out about this right now. Younger.
As a player, I'm just finding out about it. Okay, but I mean, you guys ended up on top in the end, right?
Oh no, we won. It's just we beat you with the bag of nickels now.
Yeah.
The rope of coins, like the cord of coins that they gave us, because the coins have like the hole through them. We're proceeding to beat you with the string of coins because you made us worry that much. We were about to forfeit. We were gonna bow out, but what do you call it? Like the hosts, I guess.
Yeah. Judges, referees.
The people who put together the entire thing said that they would help us find you if we continue to fight because it was so exciting. Like everybody was putting so much money down. Like it would have been a lot of money.
We were
And
like
so, yeah.
ready to bend the city backwards
Oh
to
yeah.
find you guys because
Straight up, dude.
we were so bothered. So bothered. Like we couldn't even take an action. It took a half an hour for us to do a single choice because
Yeah.
we were so bothered by it.
Wow.
Half an hour.
And
It was
then in the-
almost.
and
We
the-
spent almost an hour talking about it.
I am now in
Actually,
Yeah,
we
physical pain.
fucking don't care about the money. Like we have
We
have
were
someone
were
who
literally
just
going
died
to
like a week
forfeit.
ago. Someone died. So, you know.
We were going to we were very much on the edge of forfeiting, so we could guarantee that you would be safe. And then we
Yeah.
eventually decided, hey,
Well-
we are only like 4 people. We're not going to be able to do it, so we'll go to the people who run this entire tournament. They said, we'll help you find it if you fight. We'll give you all of our resources to find them while you do this. And we're just like, that's our best chance.
Nice. Okay.
We were
And
calculating
and
your
then we found you
character
I
guys in the
think-
crowd.
We were like,
Hold on.
can he do it himself? It was terrible.
at the very end, they're like, "We found your buddy. He's sitting in the fucking front row right there."
And we just look at you, proceed to
No
drag you into the
fucking-
ring. We dragged you in the ring to beat you and the thief. Because both of you were in on it doing this. So we just beat you guys as we dragged you into the ring. So yeah, you bruised up now.
Contextually,
I think my character knows that physically, like I deserved it, you know, like I deserved it.
Oh,
yeah,
you deserved it for
was
sure.
the Rogue's idea, but at the end, you guys all ended up getting stronger from it. And so the physical pain
Don't say
and
that.
abuse
We'll beat you again.
can be-
Don't say that. We'll beat you
can
again.
be lessened by the fact of how much I know you guys care about me to the point of which you'd be willing to sacrifice, you know, your honor and the chance of victory and money, you know, all for the sake of rescuing me. And so I feel a little bit better now under the fact of we didn't turn back to attempt to rescue our friend who ended up dying. So at least I know you'll turn back and try to save me. That's subconsciously. I'm not saying this out loud.
The proportion of which your body is in pain is directly proportional to how much we care about your well-being. Therefore, the fact that you have several broken bones now it's just a lot. Your ribs are definitely hurting now.
contextualization that you just knew that this happened to you today is going to shift my ire over to Rook. Because what this shit was his fault.
His head pops up like,
Not
"Whoa, wait a minute, what?"
Look, when you tell me to do whatever with my character while I'm gone, I'm going to do whatever with your character while
Oh
I'm
my
gone.
God, you gave him carte blanche to do whatever. Okay, I'm shifting back over.
So yeah,
Oh.
you're like you're cartoonishly wrapped in bandages. You and the thief, who has now probably been kicked out.
Oh
So-
man.
You guys have had a couple days worth of relaxing, right? Post crazy parties, it's all really a blur. You've met tons of people over the last couple days, made plenty of friends, and all that fun stuff. And in the chaos, you wake up about the 3rd day after the tournament. Clothes barely hanging on, piles of bodies, living bodies to clarify, strewn about the areas which you guys wake up in. It's been one hell of a rager. And unfortunately for you, you don't remember any of it. But on a plus note, 5 of you, Taryn's there too, are all sitting against the same pole, right? Like y'all were drinking together and passed out at the same spot. You are missing a key member of the group though. Would you like to search around or find your equipment, or what would you like to do? You are severely hungover still.
I want to find the nearest like puddle of water, just kind of like splash my face to try and wake up.
So you
Either
can walk
puddle
right up.
of water or like a water barrel.
You
Sink.
can go right outside the room, and there is a complimentary face dunking barrel, as it says so on the barrel itself.
How many people have dunked their face in that?
Ew, brother, ew.
Probably,
I'm gonna
probably.
water bend and clean it, and then splash my face with it.
Sure, yeah, we'll deal with that.
That's a great
That
idea.
works too.
Gotta love superpowers.
That works
Just
too.
bend all the impurities out of the water. Just
Must be nice.
Well, you
All
can
right.
only bend water.
I really want to have you roll on that one though, because that's really funny. If you goof that up, it'll be way funnier.
oh shit! All right.
If someone sends
Yes.
us a ransom note, ignore it.
Well,
I'm
now
good.
completely separate idea. I'm just not gonna share it because that's gross. Ew.
It's 2d6s, right?
Yeah, skills and training.
Kills in training.
So I got 6 and 2 for a total of 8.
That means you succeed, just barely. So you succeed, but there's a catch. So you're able to pull the impurities out without too much of a problem. The issue is the remaining amount of water isn't a lot.
Ew.
Yeah,
That's a lot
it's-
of
it looks like someone decided
Oh.
to use this as, an accidental and then and it was just a chain reaction. You can just assume that, this probably was full of water at this point, and at this point there's about a gallon's worth of water in a 5-gallon jug.
I take like a little splash and I'll pass the rest over to
Yeah,
Rith's also a waterbender, right? So I can just pass the water ball over to him.
I will probably take the clean water ball, and just kind of rinse my face off and just try to wake up. Now I have a really bad idea for future campaigns unrelated to this group with a vomit bender. Ugh.
A vomit bender? No.
Or an alcohol.
It is a
bender.
liquid. Hold on, it is a liquid.
Yep.
Nasty.
I don't drink, so I just
never
assume
said it
I've had
wasn't.
a lot of barbecue wings. And I just have a big belly. I'm in a
I'm
food
just
coma.
gonna
That'll work.
do,
I can
alcohol
live with
bender.
that. You being the ever protector stayed sober for the last 3 days, so you remember the shenanigans the group got into, but you have been privately sworn to secrecy by several people in this room, whether they realize it or not. And you being the guy that you are is definitely going to hold that for blackmail for later.
I hope that everybody is really curious of why amongst all of the bodies there are no women here, and it's because through the night I just left them outside. Just picked them up and I left
He
them
just
out. Took them all out.
Wait, how'd you get them to go outside if you can't talk to them?
He just politely moved the ground underneath their feet till they went outside.
Exactly.
They
I
just,
just removed every single one.
Yeah, they just get shimmied out on a rock
Step
stretcher.
out into the hallway and there's just a pile of women sleeping.
But not inside, because I can't.
Why
sleep
were
in
we
there.
sleep? Oh, I'm gonna turn to Rith. Why were we sleeping in there when all the women are here?
You tell me.
Taryn looks up and
I'm
goes,
not looking for that kind of relationship right now, so that's up to y'all.
Taryn's a kid too. This is inappropriate.
What'd you do?
Aaron's just as wasted as the rest of us. Just as a side note, none of us here promote underage drinking.
Taryn's not underage, is he? Oh, I guess 16
I
at
thought
this
he was
point.
like 16.
He's rapidly
I mean,
aged
he can
5
see
years
over the
now.
counter and he's holding up a drink.
That might be the legal age in other countries. However, I think in the U.S. it's still
It's
very much
21.
illegal.
We're not in the U.S. and we're in Avatar, baby.
Well, it's got to be GM law. So if you say it's
It's
legal, then
Texas,
that's the world
calm
we're living in.
Anyways, who are we missing? There's somebody missing. I'm looking around. Who are we missing?
No one of value.
I don't think that was his name.
Oh, that's all I remember him for. He's pointing
Wait.
He's looking at pointing at Longshot. You're also on thin ice still.
Wait a minute. Didn't he have all of the money?
Oh, yes.
Not all of it.
Are our belongings still here?
He had most of the money. Oh, like a lot.
Yeah, dude, he won $1 million on that game.
And
Tournament.
he's gone like the wind. Your stuff is still there, so anything that belongs to you as a character, he didn't take any of your stuff. But all the money that was his, gone.
That's
Well,
true to his name. He ran.
Yep.
Maybe he didn't like being bullied after the stunt.
Maybe he
We-
shouldn't have pretended he was dead.
We were the bullied.
No,
Let's
were
get
the-
your story straight.
maybe
you weren't
something came up
bullied.
from his
You
previous employer.
were just like
Wasn't his previous
You-
employer himself?
No. He was employed by some other person
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
because
he said that.
they took our other person with them.
Oh, right. We traded.
Basically.
Really bad trade on hindsight, but
Yeah.
Terry goes, "You traded people?"
literally,
Kind of.
we traded goods and services.
Wait, so there was more in this group than you yahoos and the dude that got murked on the boat?
Sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Sort of.
Wait, so how many people know about the whole Finding Me thing?
Well, considering
well,
Let's
there's
see.
Bo.
There's Bo.
Bo,
There's Lou.
Bo doesn't really care. Well, he kind of. I don't know.
Bo for sure cares.
Bo's a weird guy.
Bo's the
Lou?
guy that wants us to stop, that wants to use you for nefarious things.
Yeah.
Let's not
or,
phrase it that way. That's just that phrasing.
or at least the tracker. Destroy.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Could be that he
Tracker.
really wanted the tracker. Lou knows, right? Our
Lou
superpower
definitely
Lou knows.
knows.
He's the one that gave us the.
That's about
He's the one that. Oh, sorry. He's the one that sent you guys out initially.
Right. So that's 2 people, and then the 4 of us. So that's 6.
plus whoever Lou's working for and you know
Oh no.
his chains.
Plus all of Bo and his people. Whoever
Okay.
else overheard Long John telling everybody that Kid's the Avatar.
And we can't ignore possibility that while we were partying hard, some secrets may have slipped out.
You
Yeah,
That's
wanna-
Long
very
John probably ran his mouth.
I was gonna say y'all want to roll for it really quick and see how tight-lipped you kept about the secret.
I will definitely do so.
Okay,
Yeah.
and everyone who is for sure rolling, for the exception of Andrew, because he was not,
Oh,
not-
okay.
you were not drunk, so you have no reason for revealing anything that you knew. The rest of you will be rolling at a -3, and for this one, the skill you will be using is it should be skills and whatnot. Oh, pushing all the buttons, don't mind me. I can open the right page.
Can I make a request before
You-
anyone rolls?
Do it.
As someone who was not drinking, can I somehow assist somebody else?
You can use the help action to say, while things were happening, you can give one of your teammates an assist, which gives them a +1 after their roll. But the catch is, you call it out before they roll.
Right. What was the stat that was going to be rolled?
So you guys are using your focus because you're relying on your skills and training, because that makes the most
I'm
sense for.
so gonna talk.
Would
oth-
I be able
the
to
other-
discern?
I will give you a choice, because you can tell me how your character kept things in check. You could also push your luck and just have random events save you from shenanigans.
My perspective would be like, if I knew someone was a little loose-lipped, I'd go over there while they're speaking, like, hey, stop. Yeah, okay, yeah, younger, Long John.
I have a -1 to my stat. Now it's gonna be a -4 to my stat.
That's
I would
rough.
run that way. I would help that way.
So I went ahead and rolled with the push your luck and got a 9.
Okay. So, let's see here.
It definitely cost me something.
So you get a
Brain
+1
cells.
from me Long John.
Okay, and that's
before-
just a straight roll.
Oh.
Shit.
Hold on.
Roll to whatever you're using. But for Frozen there, as what's your new character's name? Because I keep trying to call you Duroc and it's not right.
It's not Duroc?
It
I
is
thought it
The
was
Rock.
It is
Duroc.
Duroc. Okay.
It's not Tugaslar anymore.
Tugaslar, right. You are Duroc now. All right, Duroc. See, okay, I knew things better than I thought I did.
I'll cross his name out.
Thank you, appreciate it. Duroc, as you are pushing your luck, you have two choices you can make for the bad thing that happens. You can have a negative interaction with another important NPC that you don't remember having a bad reaction with, or you can take some physical trauma. I will say both things are not life-threatening or game-ending, but they will have negative consequences of some sort.
I'll take the negative interaction.
Okay, so you and one of your future NPCs that you will be dealing with will have bad blood without you realizing it. Okay. You don't know how, and we'll cutscene back that when it becomes important. Just keep that in mind. All right, who's next?
I guess I'll go with. I'm a lot better with passion, but I'm already extremely physically in pain. I think I would try to avoid that, and I'm probably drinking heavily, so I'll do the focus. To be just a straight -3.
Okay.
I got a 5 and 2, so that's a 7 -3, a 4.
Oof. All right, so you fail. Yeah, Long John even. Oh, don't forget. Time out. Don't even forget your +1 that you get from your friend helping you. Still fails, but not as bad. So with that being said, yeah, Long John just let out all the secrets. I'm going to see how many people he blabbed to by rolling a d12, or in this case, 2d6.
One person.
Well,
This
it's
is
at least two.
problematic.
Oh boy,
12.
pretty close. The number I rolled was a 4 and a 6. Total of 10.
They were all believers.
That'd be way too funny.
Oh,
You don't
no.
remember who you blabbed to is the issue. Or you did not realize who in attendance will remember this. But 10 people know that you guys are escorting the Avatar. Or at least that's what you claimed.
But how drunk are they?
The solid question.
How many of them can I terrify with intimidate? Eh.
Probably enough, but again, a lot of these people are probably not the people you want to quote-unquote intimidate. Whether they are fighters that are enjoying the revelry that you don't necessarily want to make enemies of, or important political yahoos that wander the party with the champions.
Since you're sober, you might be able to, sway the situation after I say something.
That's what the help was supposed to be.
Oh, I meant no, you could trick them or something. After
So,
the fact.
He's already used the help action to do so, and you fucked up bad enough that it didn't help.
I'm sorry.
It's one of those cats right out of the bag. You couldn't really help it.
That's just real life.
That reminds me. I got to roll for the boy. The lad. The young adventurer. The soon-to-be adult.
He's underage. He's not drinking.
I doubt you could stop him.
I could totally see him with a jug of rice wine.
Yeah, it's like he's a
Hey!
kid, but then a second he might shoot you. So.
2 5s.
Hey, me and him are together, and I'm holding his shoulder.
2 5s, which is 10. Even at his negatives, he's good to go.
Oh, damn it. I thought you said 10 people.
No. 2 5s.
It's rock solid.
He rock solid. Yeah, he calm somehow. No, but he's good to go. So Next up is last but not least, Iron. Playing the charismatic and so right.
You.
All right, fine.
He didn't tell anybody. He's just been quiet like this the entire party.
Rithgon, what did you say? Yes. Oh no, they were just playing on the door. Okay. Aaron, I don't know if you can hear us, but we're waiting for an answer. What'd you roll?
I only rolled like a 6, so.
Oof. Yep. All right. With the 6, you get another D12 as well. You reveal to 4 people our secrets. You monster. So a fortnight.
Hey, it's only 4 compared to everybody else.
I just want to point out here,
0.
character is no longer one of the original group here.
I'm the only one from the original group.
No, both of those two are from the original group.
How dare?
I'm also from the original. Just my previous character died, so I have a new character. This character is not from the original 4 that set out.
Not
That
only
is
am I
fair.
OG, but I haven't skipped any sessions. Get fucked.
And he has the
Wow,
ability
way to rub that in
actually
for those of us
bend
with personal issues.
I blame work. Listen, you guys are.
All right.
It's 10 at night already for me. It's
Time out.
it's-
Focusing in. No
oh,
need to
right.
no need to whip your junk out and measure it on screen, please. So, you guys have 14-ish people that are loose ends, right? You don't really remember who they are, and politely for the people that were sober enough to remember things, you can't necessarily guarantee who did or did not. You as players know there are 14 yahoos that know and may spread your secrets. Who they're connected to and whatnot could be something totally different. So, but that's player knowledge comparatively to in-character knowledge. So, you are missing most of your gold. Again, you're looking at a 3,000 something gold just gone. If not more than that. I don't remember what the math was on it, but it was a lot, right? It was enough to set someone up for a lifetime. Especially if they're misbehaved and have a short lifetime. But Arun, Aaron is gone.
Mm.
But he didn't take any of your stuff. He just took what was quote unquote his and the money.
And you have what's left inside of your socks that you beat me with.
Ah, yes,
Yep.
the sock
that
money.
true?
Yeah, I kept those. Don't worry.
Who could forget the sock money?
There's certainly not him. The
someone-
welts on his body are telling.
Someone calculate 5 pounds of gold. That's how much we still got.
I mean, it's still a good amount. Just don't know the conversion rate.
I think in D&D, not this, but in D&D, I think that was 50 gold pieces.
Yes, but as a reminder, we say gold. It's really zinni, and zinni and gold aren't equivalent by any means. The zin here is a gold in our system is the equivalent of a day's worth of food for most people.
You called it a yawn session 0. I have it written down in my original piece of paper.
Do you?
Yeah, Zenny's Indian.
Sorry, you're right.
Like
Zinni is Dragon Ball.
Mega Man money.
Well, here, sorry, too much Dragon Ball recently. You said yawn. That sounds right.
Yeah.
We're going yawn. I'll get it. I'll remember eventually. I looked it up, so if you wrote it down, that's probably the right one. Anyway, regardless, again, gold is just an easy stand-in for a day's worth of wages. We're stealing that from Blades in the Dark. So, you have won the championship. You've had your revelry. You're all feeling, besides the bruises and beatings and slight hangovers for some of you, you're feeling pretty confident, right? But now you come to the part of, what do we do next? Where do you want to go? You came to Republic City to do something with the kid. What were you here to do with
Introduce
the
him to
lad?
his
I'm gonna
mom.
I'm gonna start calling him the kid, and he's gonna be the lad. Makes him
Yeah, we
sound.
went to go visit his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't turn out very well.
It did not.
Some
No.
old friends, a grave. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's very solemn. But I think what we need to do is we need to get the Avatar some expert professional training, right?
Correct. Yes, you guys want to find him actual masters to teach him. Specifically, a waterbender master, if I remember correctly.
I think it is, as the way the world is, not reasonable to go to a water tribe based continent or country anymore, since so much of bending is more international.
And you guys
The
are in
costs and-
Republic City, which is a pretty solid mix of several of the cultures.
So like, let's grab a yellow pages. Let's figure this shit out.
That is a simple
Yeah.
solution.
What is
You
the
guys-
equivalent?
You want the equivalent? I don't know. Let's see here. The
I mean, we can't Google it, right?
no,
What-
cannot Google. They don't have the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yellow pages sound good, so we'll just change it to be Avatar. The fire pages.
The fire pages, the red pages, depending on which nation you're in, the color changes.
Right. Yeah,
Elemental
exactly.
pages.
Ooh, the elemental pages. Okay, we'll go with that. That sounds like it could be silly canon.
'Cause
The
it's more international, right?
the cabin patch pages.
Captain Patch.
Sure, that works, I guess.
My cabbages. So
Well, that-
as you guys look through the equivalent of the yellow pages, you come to the decision that there is a lot of people that claim the title of master for these various elements. The issue is trying to find someone that is quote unquote trustworthy from the cabbage patch is difficult.
There's no certification process, or like, I don't know.
Oh, there's definitely a certification process. There's plenty of people that you could consider a master that's willing to train people, right? But
Okay.
you need A, someone who's the quality that could train an avatar, and B, someone that's not gonna let Terran just get, flip dipped and thrown to the wolves.
I mean, we're not leaving him, right? We're sticking around, right?
It depends. What do you guys want to do? Your mission was just to acquire him, not necessarily.
we're not his mom.
You're not his bodyguards either. I
I
mean,
just don't- we're
you
not-
kind of are. Well, politely to the protector character, you have assigned yourself this as protector, but that is not necessarily the mission that unfolded for you.
Big brother Quan.
I want to make the argument, guys. If the Avatar dies and we were the last people that were kind of journeying with him, that blame falls on our lap.
Actually, it falls on Aron's lap. It was definitely his fault.
So,
For he stole all the money that the Avatar had acquired.
That's a pretty good argument.
so speaking in character as Terran, well, if you're worried about my safety, why don't you take me to one of your triad people? They can keep me safe, right? Oh, they're criminals, but
Which is exactly what I was going to ask.
Really?
Yeah, actually. Out of character for a second. I came from one of the water tribes. Wouldn't we be able to just go back to my tribe?
Oh yeah, wouldn't he know a master? Just like no one?
It's your dad, right? You mentioned that before. Your dad.
he is a prodigy. There's probably someone who trained him.
Yeah, my mom, who learned from Katara school.
That would work.
Ooh, legacy. Okay. I know we're doing nepotism today.
Damn, got him.
There is something I would like to check out here in this town, though, if we're going to be traveling that far.
We all look at you.
I hear there's these interesting sets of construction equipment that people operate inside of that we saw inside that building.
Yes.
The
The
full
mechs.
body suit.
Uh-huh.
I want to go see. I want to see if I could find, maybe a used mech.
Okay. I don't have any problem with that.
Considering I can only really, bend metal like this.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Do you want to go and do that? And I'll take. I mean, unless Taryn wants to go check him out too, I can take Taryn and we can go make travel arrangements.
I mean, that sounds good. I'm sure he'll be safe with a bunch of real benders.
Buddy. You're so disclaimering yourself like this. You're a real bender. It's just not your preference.
Canon in character, my character has never bended anything in
Didn't
any
you do
capacity.
that stuff in the boat when you were escaping?
Not bending.
He's really good at using fire, though.
He's really good at explosives. That's his calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bombs and hammers.
Wait a minute.
Need help with
We're going to
anything?
give him a 6-ton piece of equipment that can throw even heavier, larger explosives?
Potential.
Potentially.
I want to see him make a.
Let's go to our polls and see.
I voted for the mech.
Oh shit!
Just to be clear, I'm gonna say that
I
straight
vote
up.
for the mech.
I actually do believe I voted for the mech originally also. So
Unfortunately, it is a tie. Which
No,
is
it's not.
not anymore.
you bastard.
Unvote. Yes. Yes.
Oh man, I had the cutest
Power of the
thing
players.
already
That's why you're
figured
gonna
out.
lock it. That's why you're gonna lock them
Oh,
votes.
So sad. It was tied. I literally saw the votes change. You changed the outcome by voting.
What kind of democracy is this?
It's not even a tie, though. It's a feud.
So, you guys, who all is going on this mech adventure and who is all going for travel ranges? Taryn obviously is going with Darak.
Rith, do you have something you wanted to do?
No, not really. I was just gonna try and help him find a place to do that, but I mean, we at least have 2 waterbenders here, so any other things would probably be easier. I mean, I kind of grew up in a firebender household, so I could maybe teach him the moves. Because you don't necessarily have to be a bender to do the moves. However, having said that, bending is also like a weird emotional kind of like state.
So
it's
just as a note, none of us can train the avatar because none of us are quote unquote masters that are dedicated our life to teaching. Being able to do something really well and being able to teach it, 2 totally very different skills. They can go together, but
I thought my character might have been an exception just because of the weird extra masteries that I get. Never mind.
Via the rule book, they suggest that you can't.
That makes
train
sense.
people as a
Makes
player.
more sense. So yeah, I guess we just like wander around.
If you can't do teach, we're all doers.
We're gonna find something.
How does that line hit you as a teacher? I just gotta as a personal aside.
I teach history. If you want to die, go ahead. Stupid.
I mean, history is great. The failures of man amuse me.
That's way too funny. All right, moving on. So, just to split it up, where there's a waterbender in each group, you're going with the mech yahoos. Excuse me while I chew on my food here. You
You're frozen.
arrive at the chop shop is the best thing you can go to call it, right? And there you do see several of these mechs being used by people to kind of just rip things apart. Now they are not the sleek designed mastercraft looking things that you saw guarding important people at the UN earlier. These are chunky boys that looked at they've been scrapped together using the same materials that they're throwing around and moving. A pork belly gentleman walks out. Hello, I was told you were looking to acquire a mech.
Indeed, sir. Indeed. As you can see, I am one of the strongman types, and I was pretty impressed when I saw one of these for the first time. And to be honest, I think the looks of these is a little bit more my style than the original version that I saw to begin with.
Okay. Are you a bender?
Nope, I am not.
Do you have access to any benders, specifically earth or fire?
Yes. But he's not here, is he? Right?
I think he had to step aside for a second.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Quan should be here, but I think he turned off his mic.
Yes, we have a earthbender right here with us.
I thought Rip was the one who was going with him for the mech.
Rith is also
I think
here.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we're going as like a group.
That's a family trip.
Oh, okay. No, I thought I was going to go with Derek because I'm protecting Taryn.
Oh, if you want to do that, that's fine. So never mind. Quan is not with you guys.
Okay.
So there's a firebender. So, and that's Rith, right?
Rith is a waterbender who was raised by
I
firebenders.
am the waterbender. Yeah.
Ooh. And then, isn't Dark also a water?
Yep.
So you're saying
Double
there
aqua.
is no.
We have no firebender.
Okay.
Teach them the amazing ways of
High
high
and
explosives.
then the kid isn't here either. So yes, I have access to one, just not in this immediate moment.
You
Well-
need a firebender? Don't you need hydraulics for a giant mech?
All right. Well, it just depends on what model I can try and sell you today. So, come with me. I got a couple old ones I'm willing to part with for an affordable price.
Just to let you know, as the DM, my current quantity is 313 gold pieces, which I have no idea if that is enough.
Solid. Good to know.
So almost a year's wages.
Almost. So he takes you over to a couple of, the ones that were hauling around earlier looked pretty rough. These look decrepit. They're, probably first generation models.
Okay. First generation models.
Yep, this one here is steam powered. So as long as you have a fresh water source and some fire, it'll run pretty well. The issue is it requires some kind of constant flame. So you need the bender behind you basically being a battery pack to turn it and move it. Not super effective, but it's something. Unfortunately, I've had a couple people want raises and whatnot, and they don't want to be the backpack anymore, so I retired that about a year or two ago to upgrade to some newer models. The one next to it there is made completely, the arms and legs are made out of stone, so an earthbender can kind of just move it as they want, as if it's extra armor kind of thing. Those are the two that I am currently selling. Some of the newer models kind of take care of themselves and don't even require bending, but they are considerably more expensive than even I'm willing to pay for currently.
Just curious on how much one of those normal newer models would run
About
on average.
1,500 gold.
Jeez, Louise. Okay.
Yeah, about 5 years worth of pay.
Can
Maybe you
I
can
kill
finance it.
Performance winnings.
all this money? Just kidding.
Say what?
Can I kill Verlaine's character and steal all his money?
You cannot. He is not here currently. Maybe when you see him next time, but right now, no.
Or the first generation from him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You saw in the lot. Those are second gens that I've been running for about 2 years now. They're already up. They're already up to fifth gens at this point, but third gens and higher are the ones that don't necessarily need bending prowess.
I just like the idea that they've got like a used mech salesman.
Yeah.
Maybe
We're
you
at
can
a-
finance it for 5% interest.
Ah, no, not this again.
Oh, that doesn't sound bad.
Is there precedence for this?
I mean, I can throw my other portion of gold in, but between the both of us, we're not going to have much more than like 900-ish.
Anyway, I'm willing to part with either of these for about 100 gold. You know, you're doing me a favor getting them off the lot, but I got to make some money off of them. You know, I bought them brand new 5-6 years ago now, and they work well. I
100.
just
I might. I'm trying to think if my character because we don't actually have a firebender, right?
correct.
No longer.
Unless
How
you want to.
feasible would it be to have whatever I use for my bombs to attempt to run like a burning coil?
I mean, you could probably science it up eventually, but you're not that kind of expert yet.
Gotcha.
Now, that doesn't mean you couldn't find someone to help improve the engine that's built into this thing, or, you know, find one of those mythical creatures in the world somewhere.
To be fair, I did help fix a furnace at that orphanage.
This is correct. So you have a basic understanding of how this engine works, which means you could probably repair it if it gets broken, which is, you know, helpful.
I want to buy it, but I can't actually use it, is my problem. So I'd have to pass up this particular option. You know, maybe see about shopping around, or something. Because he's not willing to sell his newer models.
This is a legitimate construction crew just trying to offload equipment.
Yeah.
Are they better than Long John in mechanics?
Who?
The people who built the machine?
They're probably smarter than Long John.
That is rude.
I was wondering
My
if
character is well
maybe
educated.
you could make it yourself. Thinking.
Probably, but probably not for 100 gold. I mean, 100 gold is a steal. Even
Yeah.
for a first gen model. You got introduced to this by one of those friends you made at the party, basically.
Like, if we were staying here for any amount of time, I might consider buying it to then, further trying to fix it up in some capacity. But if we're going to be leaving the area, even at 100 gold, we would just have to carry it. And I feel like I'm strong, but carrying around a mech suit because I can't operate it is more trouble, for the group.
That's
Right.
for the fire based one. I mean, the earthbending suit upgrade is 150 gold, but you can definitely take that with you at least.
Yeah, and then you could use it. Quan could use it.
But that being the issue is Quan would be the only one. Oh, Terran, I guess, could technically use it.
Ooh, Terran could use it.
That's very interesting now. I like that idea.
But on a side note, if you get the fire one working, or we find a firebender or something along those lines, anyone could use it.
Hmm.
We just need to find some like homeless firebender.
Okay, so you have that
Wow.
in the back of your head. All you need is a hobo that's willing to follow you around to be your backpack. Noted. What is up with you and the homeless in this campaign? For the record,
I
this
want to
this
help them. If I spend 100 gold on this item and I pay this man a third of a year's wages of 100 gold to service it,
that sounds inappropriate.
then
You're really inappropriate.
You want me
Wow.
you want me to do what to your mech? $20 is $20.
oh no.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to give people jobs. But then we would afford 2 mechs. Because I could buy that one. I could hire a guy for 3 months. And then we could also buy one for Quan. And that would use pretty much all my money. Besides 13 gold.
So just truly, I don't want one.
Gotcha.
I really want one for you.
I also really want one. My biggest problem is, or for the Avatar.
So I just want to point out that it's already been stated that this is like a legitimate working construction company that's trying to offload some equipment. This is probably not the only place to go to
This is
find
true.
these. You might be able to find like a Generation 3 one within your budget if you go someplace else. Oh, the
Yeah, I
DM
guess
saying no.
The Generation 3 ones, like I said, are like 5 years' wages at this point. The Generation 5 ones are like 10 years' wages.
What about a broken Generation 3 one?
You might be able to find that. I could roll. We could push your luck. We could do something like that.
Ooh, yeah, I'll push my luck. Let's roll it.
Go join another tournament. That'll make enough
But
money.
before you do that, can we cutscene to the other people before you continue on this mech silliness? I have plot points, and I would like
watching this happening.
I would like to push it forward here. So, jumping over to our traveling friends, so Taryn, Darak, and Quan. What are you doing for travel stuff? Are you going to the market? Are you visiting someplace? What is the things you needed to do to get ready to travel back to hometown of the prodigy?
Well, we're gonna need some basic like supplies, but I was thinking we'd just see how much it is to get an airship for us. Well, get tickets on an airship, not like buy the airship.
Good clarification. Okay, so you guys go back to the airship station to go procure tickets. So you're looking at 5 tickets, and where are you going specifically? Because again, the airships kind of have their own route, and it's not like you can just hop off. So where are you from in the world?
So I'm really bad at the geography of the Avatar world.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I regularly forget whether Katara and them were from the southern or the northern water tribes.
Northern, right?
Yeah, because Aang was found in the southern, so they wanted to show the other side of things that they didn't really touch on too much.
Yeah, but they lived originally in the same.
So Aang and the gang are from the southern water tribes, and the
Oh.
northern ones
Yeah.
were done in Korra because the southern ones had been explored already in the previous series.
Right.
Gave them an excuse to introduce polar bear dogs and whatnot.
Yeah. So we'd be going to the southern, the southern.
Water continent.
Yeah. Thank you, because my brain did not want to like. It's just like we're going to Antarctica, man.
Yeah, I think that's fair if you were like the Antarctica analog in the Avatar world.
So, I guess they did touch on the northern one just a little bit, because that's where they went for their training and whatnot. Ironically,
Well, yeah, that's where Aang first did the major Avatar state, and
yeah, that's where Anquan
where Sokka lost the love of his life.
turned into the moon, baby. So, anyway, are you from the capital or are you from some other town up there?
Oh, they've got a capital.
I did not create a name for the town, but it's not like a tiny town, but it's not the capital either.
Okay. Well, you would know that the airship travels to the capital. Player question: how many days away is your city town from the capital?
Only like a couple of days.
Okay. So it's outside
On foot.
on foot. That's not too bad. Okay. Well, then, yeah. So you were just flying nearly straight north to get to the capital there. It's probably one of the more cheaper tickets, actually, because who wants to go to the frozen norths? So you're looking at 10 gold a ticket, so 50 gold for everybody.
Oh, I got that.
That's nice.
That's not bad.
That's less than a Generation 1.
Yeah, no, I can cover the tickets. I would only have a little bit left over for like other necessities like rations and things like that, but I cover the tickets.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
You do so. It's relatively easy. Now you got to go get some supplies, so you guys are going to head to a nearby market. Is my assumption.
Yes.
All right. As you
Is it?
guys,
Is it cheaper to get supplies there than here?
depends on what you buy and where you're buying them for. It would probably be cheaper to buy cold weather clothes here than there because
It
they're
isn't more exotic here.
Well,
and
I guess
then more
do need
expensive.
like cold weather clothing here, don't they?
right, but it's not as much used. You know what I mean? So when you
Okay.
get there, you need it, and you'll pay whatever you can for it. Whereas here, it might be, what's the right word? It's not necessarily going to be specialty.
Yeah.
So depends on what you want
Uh,
to try and go for. You could find cheap stuff
Yeah.
down there, but you're more likely to get swindled. Whereas up here, you're
I was
probably
gonna
going to
say,
find good quality stuff.
you're in New York. What would you pay for a Carhartt Arctic jacket?
I don't know. 180.
Would you?
It actually might be more expensive than it is here.
Whoa! You guys are crazy. It's all about layers, brother. It's all about layers. Let's get a bunch of cheap layers.
Regardless, you're not here for this conversation. You guys, that's a legitimate question. Do you want to get supplies there and have a day or two of cold until you find appropriate clothing, or do you want to get clothing so you can dress warmly on the way there?
That's just.
Oh no, we should probably get some stuff while we're here.
I mean,
Because it's gonna get cold before we even get there.
right. I mean, if the logic is it's cheaper here, then the logic is it's cheaper here. So that's that. I have no idea how much money I have because we've been saying like money is negligible.
It really is. So I'm not even going to worry about it. You guys just know that you're going to pay a good chunk of your personal change to get all the supplies you think you need. Shortly leaving the market, you hear something in a trash can not super far away from you. It sounds like a rustling, a rumbling, and a small screaming, hissing match is going on.
I want to investigate.
Oh man, you jumped on that so fast.
You see a herd of cats just surrounding a firefox.
Spirit animal?
I spray water on the cat.
The cats are unappreciative, and the firefox is terrified.
I shoo the cats away from the Firefox. I mean,
Bad deal for everybody there.
Yeah, so go ahead and
I start
rely.
beating the cats with a water whip. How's that? Is that going to move this along?
Rely on your skills and training for me really quick with a +2.
Shit. Let's go.
For the record, Epictetus does not condone animal abuse. So a lot of disclaimers in this episode.
Try some heavy bags for your feet.
That would be a full hit, sir.
Uh-oh. Why are you beating up cat? Why are you so good at beating up cats, actually?
Wait. Why are you so good at beating up cats, you said?
Oh, no. No. Don't like that. Those implications are bad.
I'm going to avoid saying the line, but I definitely do that.
I want to go now. This is not a safe space.
Keeps hitting it. Everyone just quit it.
Anyway, so after whipping the heck out of those poor cats, the Firefox, sorry, not Firefox, Fire Ferret, is whimpering by you. It looks like it has taken a considerable amount of damage, whether it be from the cats or from something else. But you can literally see it just like dripping fluids. You don't know if it's blood or whatnot, but it doesn't look great.
Okay. What do I got to roll to refresh it?
As you get closer and try to touch it, said fluids ignite.
Oh.
Hence the name.
Oh.
It's all right, little buddy. I'm not going to hurt you.
All right. You are going to use the plead. Did you plead for this thing to be calm and be a friend? Anyone want to help? Or are you all just watching from a distance waiting for your friend to catch on fire?
Definitely just gonna watch because I gave the help action. I picked up a fatigue already. I don't want to take too many of those. You know, this Firefox is gonna get that Microsoft Edge.
Oh, wow.
Nice. I love it.
It's a hard reference to make, but I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah. So, in order to plead, you roll with harmony, and I got a -1 to harmony. I rolled a 5.
That's rough.
Yeah.
It hates waterbenders.
No, I think it just scared me because I was whipping the crap out of things nearby it.
100%. It does not trust you there, Whippy McGee. Anyone else who is currently there, which is Quan or Taryn, can also try to calm it down and have it be their friend.
We can turn it into an engine hamster.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I want to try to make friends with it.
Roll it.
I got a 7 on the guide and comfort.
Guide and comfort. Interesting choice. So they get to choose one. I don't think this character can really shut you down. If they inflict a condition on you and you shift their balance in response. So like, what condition is burning? You're on fire. All right. Well, let's see here.
Balance shifts towards crispy.
I'll roll for it and see how they take it. So that odd even roll if they listen to you or not, because again, it's an animal. And
It's a spirit animal.
It is not a spirit animal. It's a real animal.
What the fuck?
This animal is flammable.
Nice.
All
Hey.
animals.
All right. Well, it seems to calm down with your cooing and cawing at it for some reason.
I am visibly going to pout a little bit. Just
any kind of like soothing that I'm doing is in reference to Derek. Like the whole entire time, I was like, hey, buddy, you should listen to this guy. He made all the bad things go away. He's looking out for you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that seems to calm it down, and you notice that it stops dispersing the liquid in the air. That it stops catching fire. It kind of and goes back to its reddish color. You'll notice that the tops of its fur seem singed but not burnt. You know what I mean? Like the material's all still there, but they have been touching fire. Is the easiest way to describe it. There's 3 of you here, so it will cautiously walk up to Quan. Sorry, Quan.
Derek, why did we talk to this animal? Help. What are we doing here?
He needed help.
Okay, but now it's coming here.
So
It is
I
already
see this
on
as
your
a
leg.
complete win.
Know who likes
my god.
It
calm
is
down.
Slightly
It's
nibbling on your ears.
okay.
Liquid starts to come out of Quan.
I am
It's flammable.
soothing Quan. It is okay, Quan. It's just an animal. It's
Gotta
not
go
a
with this
woman.
way.
It's not a woman.
we
you
s-
said.
are we
It's not
Are we certain? Is there a way to detect the pheromones of this creature?
You might know the distinct difference of ferret and fox's difference if you're a firebender.
I'm
Which-
not.
You'll have to talk to Rith later, and he might be able to identify it for you.
Need to roll on that.
It's
'cause I
it's
don't-
okay. It just likes you more than me. I don't like it any more than you do, but we're just gonna be calm and we're gonna let it happen.
Hey, that sounds like a guide and comfort roll. Roll it.
Quan is shaking.
Derock, roll
Oh
your
God.
roll your thing.
Roll with harmony.
Oh no.
Quan got hamsters how to earthbend. I don't know why he's making such a big fuss about it.
4 and 4 is 8 minus 1 is 7.
That's a success. So you there, Quan, get to choose whether you embrace the guidance and comfort, you clear a condition and 2 fatigue, and you may ask one question, and then Frozen can ask a question, or they shut you down, they
Clear
inflict a condition,
fatigue.
and shift your balance.
He says, I can clear my fatigue. Yep, nope, I accept it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ferret is riding on your shoulder, as he is your friend currently, or she is your friend currently, because we haven't rolled for it.
We have to roll? Can't we just look at it?
I was
Do
going to
you
say,
check?
I mean,
Do you check for ferret junk?
yes.
You are not
That works.
not the one attached to it currently.
Are
Can
you
I
saying
ask
that I
Derek
can't
to
see
check
ferret
for-
junk?
I'm gonna ask Derek to check for ferret junk.
You do
It's not-
so. All right. Well,
One-
this is really
One of
funny.
us likes animals more than the other.
Does have a flaming phallus.
What is this? An echidna?
Actually, you probably wouldn't see the phallus, but you'd probably see the testicles.
It's got one of those like retractable kind of.
I really don't want to look up ferret penises to figure that out.
I'm sure
Just-
it does. I'm sure
let's
it's one of
just-
those like
let's
pop out when it's
not.
necessary.
It's
Lots of
exactly what it
stuff.
is, because they're
I-
just like rats and mice.
Well, that's comforting. She's a lady.
Yeah, this tracks.
You guys are fucking weird. Looking at ferret junk.
I'll pull out a little piece of dried meat and just like offer it to her. Oh, aren't you such a pretty girl?
Right on Colin's shoulder.
This is teasing me. You're teasing me.
So, as you tentatively walk your direction, you guys meet back up with your friends, Rith and Long John.
Mm-hmm.
Long John relays the information to you about the mechs. At least the ones he was able to find for the cheaps.
Okay.
So what's the thought?
Sorry.
What's the diagnosis? You guys have tickets that leave tomorrow at noon. So you have some time left in the city to cause havoc. But it might behoove you to behave yourselves.
Oh,
Oh, we'll
my God.
be behaving
What is
ourselves.
Quan?
Why
What
did
is
you
on
say-
your shoulder?
Quan is just a 2x4. It's like
You stiff as a board, huh? That's
sti-
concerning.
can't. Yeah, I don't have joints. I'm just walking.
No
My
self-control.
body just moves from the shoulder and just the hips. I have no elbows. I have no knees. I just
I didn't know
get it
you
off
loved
of.
as much as me. As I attempt to interact with the ferret creature,
Sure.
while holding it with my gloves that I used for the furnace previously,
Plead.
burn my hands off.
I shall also plead.
Did you say I have to plead?
You have to plead.
Please, please. Harmony, I have a +0. Okay. That's a 4 and a 6 +0, so a total of 10.
Total of 10. That's really good.
I got a 3 this whole entire time. I'm
Mhm.
like, help me!
Every is just ignoring you and your pleads.
Please.
10 plus. They now act and do their best until the situation changes. So you are rescued by a very, very handsy Long John. That sounds again
I now have 2
inappropriate.
pets. I have 2 pets. As I introduce Venomouse, Cobra Mouse, to
It's a fire ferret.
do I know it's a fire ferret, but do I call it a fire fox?
Please do not.
No, you call it a Google Chrome.
A what?
Internet
don't-
search browser.
They don't eat each other, do they?
That's a really good question. I'm gonna
feel
say
like-
no for now.
Okay.
But Rith might be able to give you some more information on them.
Dark pouts a little bit more.
I turn and look at Rick. Can you tell me about this flaming furry ball of doom?
All right, hold on. What do you think I should roll on this? Actually, no, it's probably part of my heritage, so
Correct.
that answers that. First roll, second roll, plus. So that's a 9.
A 9 total?
Yep.
Then yeah, you know a good bit about this. You're not an expert or anything, but you could tell from far away that it was a female because of the color of its coat. So just at a fun loreness, the females have opposite coat colors as the males. So the males have like a white ash color to their coat, whereas females have a bright red, and then ashy markings, and the males have red markings.
Okay. It's like so he's gonna share that. It's like, yeah, the females have a red coat. The males have like an ashy gray coat and little red markings, and then that's why she's got the ashy gray markings. They just kind of flip flop.
Ironically, they're not.
Huh.
They're not even from the Fire Nation.
Oh.
Where are they from?
They're from Central Earth Kingdom and Republic City.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
They are imported quite a lot over to the Fire Nation because they make great pets. Especially when you're a pyromaniac. Or just a firebender in general.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to keep these in a wooden house either. It doesn't seem very responsible. So them being around a
that's why
bunch of with earth homes makes sense.
Well, I mean, in Earth, it makes sense to keep them in a giant brick house.
Exactly.
Rith, are you
Firebenders
a
are also,
zoologist
you know,
or something?
good at putting out fires as well. kind of helps when you get to control it.
Why do you know so much about animals?
I just want you guys to know as a note, this is all just created lore because it does not match the show. Whatever. Apparently, there was an actual one in Korra named Pabu.
Really?
Yeah. The name of Korra's fighting team was the Fire Ferrets.
Ah,
I feel like I kind of remember
Hmm?
that.
I never watched Korra. I watched The Last Airbender, but I never watched Korra.
Um, but
Mainly
yeah,
because I was in college during that time, so it was just like I have to study. Can't watch shows. Moving on.
yeah. Are animals
Okay.
like your hyperfixation?
No, I know of animals. I had a friend that just had one.
Had one animal, had a pet bird, and then was like, I'm gonna learn about zebras.
He just had a fire ferret.
Oh, had a fire ferret specifically.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Plus,
Makes sense.
being a merchant kid, you kind of see a lot of different people with a lot of different animals.
Yeah.
Sometimes animals are a commodity. People will pay pretty decent for some animals sometimes.
People pay for animals. They should only accept their willing love and affection.
Also, you'll know.
God, you would hate cats.
You'll also know their person who owned a fire ferret before. They don't catch on fire. That's a thing. They're just like super cool red pandas. Is the best way to describe them.
Oh, they're
What,
just
what about the liquid?
continuity error.
Do they pee oil?
It doesn't say anything about that.
Urine is flammable.
they fucking better.
Is it a fire bending firefox? I mean fire ferret?
Oh, well, one was a fire fox. This is a ferret,
Yeah.
I think.
But that's what I mean. Since this one has fire related abilities and you said they don't actually catch on fire, does that mean that this one's
animals
an animal
like
bender?
bender? I want to see
Maybe.
like a earthbender gorilla. That sounds terrifying. No, an airbender gorilla. I want to see a gorilla flying.
I'll add it to the list of stupid things to add to the
Air
series.
flying lemurs.
Okay, but he will tell you straight up when you bring up that this thing caught on fire earlier and is completely unharmed. Like, what do you mean?
Are you sure you didn't get more to drink? They don't
100% absolutely certain.
Wait,
Okay,
you're
well in
telling
that
me
case
this
that's not
thing
normal.
excretes flammable liquid, and I just came from a place willing to sell a mech suit that requires firebending. If there's some way that we can train this ferret to work inside of a ferret wheel to power a mech suit using that firebending, it might be a viable option.
So who's taking care of the ferret? Because I don't want to give it to Long John.
Me. What? Why? I love them.
Animal cruelty for one.
I'm not going to be cruel. Animals need their exercise, and I'll let him out to play.
I disagree with this entirely.
I can always
Yeah,
ask him.
unfortunately, they stink like high hell.
Can I attempt to communicate with the ferret?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's
Pretty
see
sure I
this
think
roll.
like I know.
And as a note, you guys will know that most animals in Avatar seem to have a higher intelligence than animals in our world.
Avatar: The
Yeah,
Last
noticed
Airbender
that.
would last only a single season if Momo had a gun.
What the fuck?
Momo with a gun would
and you-
only be one.
He's
season.
not wrong.
And you guys will also know that again, this is experience from Ren that I'm just filling in because this is stuff you would know. They are really easily trainable. They're generally like circus animals and things.
Yeah. So like they're used to, providing like doing tricks and stuff or like, running in cages.
Are you saying this one doing an impression of a what's the Pokemon that catches on fire? The second generation fire starter. Quinzel?
Yeah,
Cyndaquil?
Yeah, that
Cyndaquil.
one. This one doing its best impersonation of Cyndaquil is not good enough trick for you? How dare you?
You're gonna hurt his
That's
feelings.
adorable.
On a
Oh!
personal note, Cyndaquil and his evolutions are some of my favorites.
Everybody
With
loves
lava?
Typhlosion.
No. For alligator. Lava.
It's Cyndaquil, Quilava, and
Quilava.
Typhlosion.
Typhlosion is fucking sick. Yeah, you're right. Typhlosion slaps.
Also, people
What,
made fun of me
what
because
what
that's
kind
what
of role should I do for this? Like,
You don't need to roll. This is all narrative.
nice, awesome, perfect. 100%. Yeah, I guess we are 100% going to buy one of these awesome suits then.
So you go to the man, you pay him 100 gold, you take this ferret and be like, "All right, ladder up, boyo."
Yeah,
What
let's see.
what are you
It's
calling? What are you calling the fire?
If this
ferret?
works, I'm going to pout even more because this is bullshit.
Uh, hmm. Full Metal Fire Ferret. I don't know.
Oh, are we workshopping names?
Yeah, we gotta come up with a cool name. Oh,
Yoshi.
Cinder. No, wait. that's,
Tugaslar. Why you gotta do that to us?
wow.
Fucking sad.
Apologize for these.
Come on now. He wants to honor your friend.
Too soon.
Fair point.
Too fucking soon.
Just to be on the safe side, I wouldn't name him that just in case he gets split in half too.
Oh, rude. Oh man.
Dang.
Oh man.
Someone get an ice pack.
Yeah, I burned myself. It was my character.
Imagine because it's fire, you name it Aaron.
Ash.
Ash! Oh, yeah, Flame of Ash!
Oh. It's just sitting right there. All right, we're not playing Avatar anymore. We're playing Pokemon.
Hey, wait, there is a Pokemon TTRPG in there.
Not yet.
When there is, I will play.
Sort of be coming from Frozen Dad Gaming LLC.
Right. You know how complicated that would be, though? Like, to have a legitimate... Like, just play the card game and call it good. You can have a narrative to your card game.
Digimon purist here. I'm sure it would work really well for Digimon.
You know, I think it would be really well for
it
Digimon.
might.
Well, because you don't have to worry about catching 4 billion of them. You know, you get a partner at the beginning. They have their own evolution chain. That'd be way better for a TTRPG. Whereas
Well, we gotta sit down later on, you and me.
the Pokemon one would be cool, but there's just so many, like, to get the stats for all of them. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be too hard. You just have to get past Nintendo and be like, hey, I'm stealing all your stats and turning them into real stats. Though, thinking about it now, if they just took the cards from the card game and you use whatever cards from the card game for your characters, that'd be kind of cool. You just have to figure out catching mechanics. I have a... Younger can tell you, we're playing a personal game that's text-based, and my character is a wannabe Pokemon trainer. Got truck-cooned into another world as someone from the Pokeverse. Really funny, met God. He said, nah, fam, you going somewhere else. I've captured a giant crab machine and it's crabby. He's just mega evolved all the time.
Starting to sound like some riffs nonsense.
100%. It was stupid as fuck. The one Pokemon that is a legitimate one that I took with me was a Ponyta, About to be a Rapidash. I level up some more.
But
Anyways, we are way off subject here.
so I am able to create a ferret wheel powered mech.
Yeah, essentially, as long as you have enough water to power the steam bits of it, you just you coax the ferret into catching on fire, and it's basically a continuously burning log, which is just enough to power the mech. It's not. As you start to walk away, the owner kind of gives you going a little slow. Also, where's your power source?
It's it's in this thing. Ah.
And you guys that are
As I
watching can
point at
literally just see the ferret like curled up sleeping, just producing a flame the entire time.
Son of a bitch.
don't ask me how it works. We just met, but I'm gonna take really good care of it. Do you happen to know what ferrets eat?
They are carnivores, or no, they're
Mice?
omnivores.
They're omnivores, aren't they?
Yeah, they eat
I
just
believe
about
they're
anything.
carnivores.
Mice? No, not my cobra mouse.
The demon cobra mouse. I wouldn't
I was going to
suggest.
say the one that's the one that's an avatar for a spirit being. I don't think that it's in any danger.
Okay.
The ferret does seem
Made
to
sure.
steer well clear of the mouse of doom. So you guys continue. You now have a mech. Congratulations. You know what that gets you as a character?
Nope.
Me either.
A level up.
Gets you a mech.
Yeah. So let me pull up the stats really quick because it's in the Republic City play materials.
There's actual stats. Yes, please send me.
Well, I just don't know what all it'll be. Okay, so. Those are races. Mechas, here we are. So this is a suit mecha, just so you know. It's not a tank or a hummingbird. The chassis level at this point is poor. And then it is made out of iron, which means it's vulnerable to metal bending. Oh man, there's so many crazy things. All right, so I gotta read some rules on this really quick. So you have 3 models and 12 energy for your suit. At this point, so I mean that's not too bad because you have a -1 to your suit for it being poor chassis level. Actually, you know, we'll make this really easy and just make it a basic level, so it's 0-0, so you don't even have to worry about that. Yeah. Oh man, there's so many things here. I have to mecha techniques found on page 98 of the Republic City book. Ah man, we're gonna have to look a whole nother book to get you appropriate stats for this thing.
I'll worry. We can worry about the stats a little later.
Yeah.
Move on with story.
All right, moving on. So you are walking around with this thing until you become a proficient operator. That's really all you can do with it. You can use your basic things with an extended range, but yeah, your moves that you can figure out so far are punch and jump, right? Oh, I guess I should give you 3.
Okay.
One for each, and block, right? So your evade and maneuver, or sorry, your maneuver and whatever is block. Your evade and observe is jump, and then your attack is just punch, which is slightly different than strike. It'll be a little bit more forceful because it's coming from the mech itself, not necessarily, from you.
Makes sense.
Okay, that's all I got for you. Someone puts out your ferret, you're dead in the water.
No, my ferret is ultra protected.
It is not. Literally, you can see that it's like a big glowing anime weak spot.
But they have to
Worn out.
live with the weight of their conscience if they kill it.
I didn't say that to kill it. They just got to put out the fire. But they
Just
could kill it.
saying.
They could kill it. That is an option. To be clear. So, jokes aside, moving on. You guys do anything else in town before we leave? Besides picking up this mech and traveling it now on the airship? The airship's going to be like, 50 pounds worth of oh, dang it. So, Long John, you will know that this isn't something you can just walk around in. Like, it doesn't fit inside buildings.
Oh dang! This how big? Like 12 foot tall?
So it's a full suit mech, yeah. So it basically makes you double your height, so 10-ish feet.
Okay.
And extends your reach by a considerable amount. So,
Cool.
and really style wise, like what you're thinking, this thing looks like the mech from Alien 2 that Ripley drives around. You get the big old claw hands.
Yes.
Doesn't have like a full face shield. It just got a cover kind of in the front, and then you have an engine beneath / behind you where you can see the big old burning Firefox.
Oh.
Sorry,
That's
Firefire.
cool.
Your
My
butt's a
food
little
is
toasty because of the
gross.
fire.
You know, it's going to be really nice to be in the mech as we travel to this frozen wasteland. But before we head to the frozen wasteland, thoughts on other things? Or are we good to go? And also, do you guys need a break? We are at the 1.5 mark.
Surprisingly, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll like head to the restroom if nobody else is taking a break.
Okie dokie. Then we will push on if we need to. So as you guys travel in the airship, let's see how eventful it is. For funsies, you guys want a high or low roll? Rith, you haven't talked a lot, so we're going to give you the power of high or low roll. If I roll high, something bad happens. If I roll low, something bad happens. You pick which one is the worst choice.
Low.
All right, low roll, bad roll. Here we go. 8. High, barely.
Whew.
So, relatively uneventful trip. You guys, a day or so later, arrive in the capital city of the Northern Water Tribe, Unque.
Woohoo! We made it.
You made
How
it.
big is the tribe now?
It's significant to say the least. I mean, it was big before, and it's still big. You know what I mean? The Southern Water Tribe was the one that got really decimated in the war. To where they were down to a village worth of people, whereas the Northern Water Tribe had its small cities and towns, and that was, I don't know, how many years ago now? 60? So you have 3 generations worth of growth, post-war growth. So you're looking like 2010s-ish. That's how much advancement we've had. It's a bit of a population jump for sure. And as you guys can tell, it's semi-intermingled. Though you will notice that the majority of people here are 100% Water Tribe members. Unlike Republic City, where it's a pretty even mix, or more Earthbenders and anything else that's in the Earth Nation. This is definitely a Water Nation area. To say the least, it is home of the Waterbenders.
Wonder how many mechs are around here.
Not as many. There's actually not a lot of mechanical stuff here. Republic City is probably one of the most advanced places in the Avatar world for vehicle integration. Now, do you see a van every once in a while? Sure. A little truck for transporting things? Sure. But pretty few and far between. You have definitely not seen any mechs. You are definitely getting oogled and ogled for various reasons.
Sounds like I could find a job.
However, there very well may be a surprising number of small one-man tracked vehicles.
Little ATVs.
Snowmobiles.
Snow machines.
That's cool. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll allow it. That sounds good.
I was going to say, if you've ever been to the outskirts of Anchorage or Fairbanks, man, like everybody's got a snow machine or two.
You got it. You got to. You need it in case of emergency. So, as you guys make your way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and we are actually homebound. Deal-a-deal-a-dee. You make it to the edge of the city, or you do stuff inside town? What is your motivation for moving and grooving currently? Are you moving at full speed, or are you kind of just enjoying the sights?
I'm anxious to get home because, like, I would like to get some more training too. But I know this is probably everybody's first time being here, so I'm chill to like kind of show some sites that I know. And
Do you have family here by chance?
not here in this city, but my home is very nearby.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe since we're around, if it's not too far out of the way, if we're here for any considerable amount of time, you'll have a chance, reconvene.
No, we're going to my home.
The whole point of us traveling here is his home is 2 days journey from here. So
we should get some of the snow machines.
I mean, if you want to, I guess.
It would be much easier, and this is just player knowledge, to hire a small caravan than to purchase personal snow machines.
We may not even have to hire a small caravan. I bet there might be like a group heading that direction.
Right. Well, that would be the small caravan.
Safety in numbers.
Yeah.
That's true. Out on the ice can be a very dangerous place. So,
in fact, I will go and investigate and see if there is anybody heading that direction and see if we can't join them.
It is a menial task to do so. You're able to find a group of people leaving shortly thereafter, actually. You don't even have to wait around if you want to go now.
Oh, we can go now.
That works.
All right. So, you are in a caravan of 5. We'll call them units, but they're like groups of people, right, that are traveling together, whether they are business people or whatnot. There are 5 interconnected groups, not including you. So it's a 6-man caravan, a good size one, especially for where you are heading. Most of the time, it's a 2 or 3-man group. So you're looking at about 12, 13 people that are traveling with us, not to include you 6.
Should I put my machine on a sled or should I give it giant snowshoes?
That is an issue you will have to deal with one way or the other. Building it giant snowshoes would probably be a better choice. Just because then, it's usable and movable.
I would like to rely on my skills and training to build mechanical snowshoes.
I 100% will allow this, but you will be at a -1 because you've never built snowshoes before. It's a simple enough topic. It's a simple enough idea, but you've never done it, so take your negatives.
Okay. Focus. Shit. Okay.
Can I help him?
You can. You just take a fatigue.
I'll take a fatigue and help him.
Okay.
Thank you.
That makes his roll now just a roll, no pluses or minuses.
Double 5s. With still a -1, so a 9.
With a +1, so back to a 10. With the help
I thought
of,
you gave me a -1. Then I had a -1 for my -1 focus. Then he
oh, okay,
gave me a
okay.
+1.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know about your -1
So
focus.
I got
So
a total of 9.
you succeed, but there is a minor complication. As you are putting this all together, you will. Sorry. You do so imperfectly, right? And it might lose. You're not 100% confident that if this thing starts going under the water, that these snowshoes will do anything but help it sink faster. So you
Or
can,
I can accept
or you can take a
a
-1
fatigue.
fatigue. Yep.
I will take fatigue because I really don't want to lose my perfect device.
Okay, you take your fatigue and you shape up those issues that you were having with your mech. You're pretty sure these snowshoes will help it get across just about anywhere in this terrain, even if it's a little bit of a struggle. So, 2-day walking journey with this caravan. Do you guys want to do anything special as you travel, or just kind of yada yada to the destination? I will also roll good or bad things. Roll, keeping with the low rolls equal bad rolls. But besides that, is there anything you're trying to do or get to know these people you're traveling with, or do you care at all?
I mean, people have
I don't
guns
mind
someplace.
talking and chatting and getting to know them, but it can be yada yada at the same time.
That's why I'm asking.
There's my fatigue.
Looking for a group decision here. Talk and have conversations, or yada yada.
Yada yada.
No, yeah, I'm okay to skip it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm alright with that.
All right, now let's see if anything happens. Of course, when I want fun things to happen, rolls good. You guys are fine. I rolled a 7 total. So just barely over the mark. Get you guys a big old thumbs up. You continue on walking. 2 days there. We come into, what is your hometown's name there, Frozen?
Really good question.
I asked this.
Uh, I don't know, man. You put me on the spot, and my brain doesn't want to. Chilkoot.
Chilku.
Sounds inappropriate, but we'll take it. Choku.
Because it's the name of someplace here in Alaska.
Close
How
enough.
How dare you? How dare you use real places?
Man,
It's fine. I'm being funny. You guys make it to Chilkoot. And yeah, it's a town mostly. There are 3 large buildings. One of them, your friend will tell you, is a school. What are the other 2 buildings? Frozen.
so one of them is the school. The other large building is like the community like longhouse where everybody kind of gets together. All of like the major events are celebrated in there, but most people can be found there after work, and yeah. And then the other building is I don't know.
It's a new building. Your character was here for the start of its construction, but left long before it was finished. How long has it been since you were here last? As you have told us, you've been doing some traveling for a bit now, yeah?
I have been doing some traveling. I'm going to roll it on a 12. And that's how many years I've been gone. I've been gone for 2 years.
Okay, so not too much has changed besides the new building. As most northern water tribes are constructed, the community centers and internal family stuff is kind of in the center of the village area, and then the big buildings are kind of on the outside. So that is how they are constructed. They kind of, the big buildings form a wind wall essentially, keeping the family structure safer. While you're here, do you want to do any exploring? Are you going to see if you have any family? Do you have family that are still alive? Or are you just going to go straight to the school to go have a conversation with your old master?
I definitely have family that's still alive because my mother was my old master.
Ah, mommy dearest, indeed. Mama de Rock.
But I also have siblings, 2 siblings, and a father.
Those are all important people that you should probably check out on. Where are we going? Where are you traveling with the group? Taryn is quietly behind you all, just having a great time, freezing his butt off, even in his cool winter clothing.
We're actually going to go to the school first.
All right,
I'm going to take everybody to school and introduce my mom.
You head to the school, and first thing you notice is this, like most major buildings, are made out of hard ice. The school has been rebuilt in a different style, which isn't uncommon. They probably change up the style every decade or two when a new master takes over, but that's generally the indication.
Oh no, your mother's been replaced.
Oh,
The school name,
that's not necessarily a bad thing, but
the school name is the same. And as you draw closer, the uniforms that you remember wearing most of your childhood don't seem to have changed. You enter the school area, and this isn't like a sit down and teach your kids style school. This is more like a martial arts school, is the best way to describe it. It is not a you're sitting behind a desk doing paperwork. It is a you are training all day.
absolutely.
We have just
That
entered
being
the.
said, there are probably like study areas with like a little library where you can like study some cultivation techniques, but like mostly you're up and moving and training.
Yes. So you pop open the doors. Da, 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 da. Hello. No one seems to care.
No.
What would you like to do now that you've made your big introduction and
And nobody cares.
they just saw a random group of yahoos walk in with 2 earthbenders, a dude in a giant mech who has to get out of his mech to even get inside the school, and a couple waterbenders. More people are more concerned about the mech outside than the yahoos coming inside.
I take my ferret with me so nobody can use my mech.
You do so.
It's like taking the keys out of the car.
Ash seems to appreciate the affection of being held after being stuck inside a mech for probably a couple days.
Poor dude. I'll ask for the master.
One of the students turn. Which master?
My mother's name is Heather, so is Master Heather still here?
Master. Would they go by Master Heather, or would they use your last name?
I don't even remember what I put down as my last name. Because I just have the rock on paper. I don't even have my last name listed.
No, because Northern Water tribes generally might only have one name. You're right.
Master.
So no, so Master Heather, interesting. Okay, they look at you with confusion. Master Heather. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. She's here.
Can I see her?
Yeah, you can see her just fine. Which is an odd comment, but they lead you to one of those study rooms you had kind of talked about. Sitting there telling a story of some sort to a group of younger students is Master Heather. She is looking old and frail. Not the person you remember from 2 years ago.
Whoa.
Do you say that out
Ma?
loud? Instantaneously, her head snaps up, and you can see her eyes are glazed white.
Oh.
Ma?
Is that Daraka here?
What the hell happened?
Oh, children, students, be gone. This is one of my forlorn children that had abandoned me a couple years ago. I must catch up with him.
Abandoned you? Wait a minute. What the hell?
She smiles and waves her hands. A joke. She picks up what looks to be a walking cane and kind of taps her way over to you and gives you a giant hug. And she is still as strong as you remember, almost crushing you with her grip. She just doesn't look it.
Jesus. Did you level up?
No, unfortunately not. I had a sun blinding accident while up in the slopes hunting some nefarious yahoos. I got frozen in place and couldn't move my face, and the sun blinded me, took my eyes.
Okay, but what about the rest of you? Are you eating?
Yes, it's just, harder without my eyes. I've adjusted to it, but it took some time. Also, I'm
Where's
not
Dad?
as...
Why isn't he helping you?
You think he hasn't been?
Then why are you so frail and tiny?
I'm getting old, son. This is what happens to you, even if you are a dedicated warrior like me.
I don't
Quan,
know. That's not the way
Mom
this
would
works.
slap me so fast if she heard me talking like this.
What'd you say? Who would beat you up so fast?
My own mother.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess as long as you're sure you're okay.
I'm as gay as I can be at my bright old age.
Well, okay then.
So, just some family questions to kind of gauge how old this woman that's talking to you is. How old is your character, and are you the oldest sibling?
I am the middle sibling.
Okay.
My older sibling is in his 30s. My younger sibling is still a teen. And I am 22, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so yeah, your mom's in her early 50s.
True. But she just gotten old all of a sudden.
From personal
Age caught up to her a lot faster than I thought it would.
personal experience, 2 years is a long time to not see your folks.
Well, I'll have to take your word for that.
She might have some other ailment that is not discernible for this particular time period of technology, biologically speaking.
That being said,
Mhm.
Mom, I have somebody I want to introduce you to. And he's in need of your help.
She immediately walks over to Rith. Oh, yeah, this one, yeah. He seems...
No, I mean, probably, but not the one I was talking about.
She looks around the group. There's no other waterbenders here.
Well, that's because he's not a waterbender yet. And I'll pull Karen up.
Okay. Not. She gives him a big old sniff. He smells of iron and rust. This is no waterbender to be. This is an earthbender. I can tell by the smell. There's another one over there, and she points right at Quan.
Hi.
What do I smell like? What do I smell like?
Ferret, which is honestly like piss.
That's about right. As someone who's had a ferret before, yeah, that is remarkably accurate.
It is so not. not wrong.
It
She
is
doesn't
so
need an ass.
Mom, this child, even though he may not smell like it, is the Avatar.
She laughs. That's a joke, right?
No.
You brought him here
Yes.
for training?
Yes.
Why?
Because I can't teach him, and you're the best person I know.
She kind of puts her hands in front of her face. Well, if I could see him, I could give an assessment.
To be fair, you weren't blind when I left.
To be fairer, if you ever answered the letters I sent you,
To be fair, if you ever sent them where I was going.
I think we're just going to argue in circles here, son.
Awkward.
So, I unfortunately can no longer perform those duties, but the current master of the school, my co-head, whatever he wants to call himself, he won't take the master slot, but he's the one in charge currently, is Master Dorbe.
Is he trustworthy?
Well, as long as you don't have food around.
Does
I
Master
can take my
Dorbe have
chance
any
with
ties to Bo?
Who?
That's the answer I was looking for.
If you guys will remember, Bo is from the southern water tribe. Right? Or did I say northern? It's on his notes. Someone of their
Just
notes.
that I might have something.
Nope, it's not on the notes. Dang it, someone go back to episode, 4.
Yeah, this isn't helping
In
me.
any event, we're here to get this young man trained. And honestly, speaking for myself, I wouldn't mind getting some help with one of my techniques.
Oh, you return to improve, huh? Not
Of
so
course.
big bad take on the world all by yourself without the appropriate training now, huh? We'll kick you in the butt a little bit, send you back home to your mama.
I mean, I can leave if you want me to.
That's not what I said, child. She shakes her head. Anyway, so you need training for the youngster here. You want some training, and from the feel of things, the other one over there would appreciate some as well.
I don't know, Rith. Would you like to get some training while we're here?
Sure, why not?
Wrong question.
Oh,
Mom's gonna make you run laps or some shit. Stupid.
So, for the essence of time, you guys can train here for as long as you want. So, what that's going to do for your characters is, depending on how long you guys train and whatnot, is how long we're going to yada yada fast travel the story a bit. If you guys spend an entire year here training, you know that your avatar will have a pretty good understanding of waterbender, and he will be able to do some basic techniques. He will have nothing mastered, but he will have the basic ability to waterbend. If you spend less time than that, he will have faltering abilities to be able to use waterbending. If you spend more time with that, for every 6 months after a year, he will gain a new technique or mastered technique, specifically in the waterbending category. So you can spend up to 2 years here just kind of yada yadaing your everyday lives, but then 2 years have passed in the story. It is not uncommon for avatars to spend even longer training, but I assume after 2 years your characters will be quite ready to leave. But in the meantime and in between time, we will have to do some other fun rolls to see what the heck happened to you guys as people over the course of however long you're here. So, this is the
So-
training montage time.
I am totally down to do a 2-year training montage.
That works for me.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I know historically there's been this like badass weapons technique expert who happened to, come from the Southern Water Tribe.
Historically speaking.
Would there be any badass weapons dudes who I could train under?
Oh, so 100%. The school could cover you for weapons training.
Okay.
The
Just so
only
you know, it's Sokka. Sokka is the guy I'm talking about. It's kind of awesome.
we understand. Thank you.
I appreciate the explicitness.
I don't think I understood that explanation. You
Yeah,
might,
right.
need to give it to me again later.
More detail. Kwon, you're probably our oddest duck out, as there's not really a lot of extreme training you could do, but you could have some what's the right term? Personal development within triad silliness. Would you like to work on triad connections and things? Or do you separate yourself from that life by quite a bit?
I think I would like to participate in the criminal element for 2 years
Okay.
and build up a reputation for being reliably under the table.
I sell whale fat to the highest bidder.
So you guys spend 2 years here, which means our avatar will have 2 mastered abilities in the waterbending technique, as well as the basic waterbending skills. For you 3, you all get 1 new mastered technique. You can choose you spent 2 years here. My apologies. 2 mastered techniques. 1 from your waterbending one, and 1 from the universal list of techniques, which I need to go grab the other book for because they're super cool, and I'll be right back. In the meantime and in between time, we're going to go on break. Quan, we'll get to what you got up to once we get back from break. So we'll see y'all in a minute. Go pee.
Good call.
What about bad call?
I have a book.
You have a book.
I didn't even know he could read.
What's the matter? All right, we're back.
I don't know if everybody's back, but I'm back.
I'm back,
I'm here.
baby.
I'm
I've
here.
been
I'm
here
just
the whole
administrating.
time.
You didn't go nowhere? I told you to go pee, man. Now you're stuck here for the next 4 hours. No, just kidding.
I did that earlier, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Oh,
Techniques.
are devils and demons always evil?
There are different types of evil, but they're supposed to be evil.
Alignment.
I mean, yeah, if you're going off their base characters, yes. Can you have a character that isn't for some reason? Of course. But generally, that is their alignment is evil. One is chaotic, the other is lawful. Devils are the ones that make deals and all those other fun things, whereas demons just, mark things for funsies. So, universal techniques that you guys get to pick from as a whole. Everyone here will learn one universal technique.
Not me though, right?
You will learn a universal technique. You just will not learn a secondary bender specific or fighting specific one.
Okay.
Now,
So my question is, if we already had a practice technique, can we make that a mastered technique?
you can make that a master technique, but you don't get another master technique. You just get another technique that's learned.
Okay.
Heck, you know what? If it's already practice, I will also let you replace it up to practice. Because, again, you're here in a combat school for combat stuff, so you're definitely going to use it in combat. So,
Wait.
if you want to upgrade one and just put a new practice one, that's fine with me. So, universal techniques. I'm going to read these off, so if any of them interest you, let me know. So, first one is attack weakness. That's an advanced and attack move. Then we have charge, also an advanced and attack. Next is duck and twist. After that is forceful blow. After that is furious assault. After that is pounce. And we have straight up protect. And then rapid assessment. Seek vulnerabilities. Sense environment. Stand strong. Suck it up. And take cover. Those are the universal techniques from one book. And then, I don't know, there's no marking for universal techniques in the other book. It's just all elemental from what I can tell.
There are some universals in Republic City and the Adventure Guide.
I'm looking
Can I
for 'em.
upgrade my earth armor to mastered?
Like I said before, yes. And then you just
That's all I
replace.
want.
That's all you
I'm
want.
good.
You sure? Oh, I'm sorry. Monologue. You can monologue. That's a universal technique.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with it the way it is.
Okay, so the only issue with you upgrading yours is you don't have a teacher that can teach you earthbending to master it.
Uh-huh. So what do?
Okay, so we'll do it like this. You practice enough on your own in your criminal shenanigans to upgrade that one thing, and that is your trade off for everything else. Is they had a master to teach them, they get the extra things, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
I need
happy
you
with
to
it.
roll.
Yeah.
I need you to roll me, and yeah, you get no other techniques. You just get to master that one. All right, so I need you to roll me a 6 or a d6.
Oh. Right. Go. That's a 1.
Well, in the 2 years that we are here, you are able to take down one criminal rival in the area. So you have a legitimate standing here at a minimum, but you haven't been hyper aggressive with your actions. You've been playing a long con for some reason, and time has just kind of run out. You've Walter Whited too hard. You get 1 bonus. What this will get you, though, is you can call in 1 favor in the future from your crew here, as long as you are somewhat in the area, right? And they will deliver weapons, smuggle things in, do something along those lines. You have 1 favor up here in the northern tribes that is you can DM call it, essentially.
We're called the pole.
Too much. Too much.
What
So,
do you mean?
next up for the rest of you, let's start with your universal techniques. So, what universal technique sounded exciting to you?
Analyze weakness.
Analyze weakness. All right, so jumping back to that one really quick. Yeah.
See that one or maybe curious blows?
So, do you want? Sorry, there's attack weakness or seek vulnerabilities.
Seek vulnerabilities. That's the one I meant.
Okay, so it's an evade and observe ability. You examine your foe for weak points. The next turn, you inflict a condition or fatigue on them. You may also shift their balance. If you know what their principle is, then you mark 1 fatigue and shift their balance a second time.
Okay, I have a decent amount of things that can get me to understand the principle, so I think that would be pretty good.
Okay. Next
I'll
up,
go for that.
Frozen.
Can I hear more about attack weakness?
Sure, it's an advanced attack move. Strike an enemy at a weak point where they've already been injured. Mark 1 fatigue to target an engaged impaired enemy in reach. They suffer fatigue equal to however many conditions they already have marked. That's a wombo combo from you and the Earthbender over there. He just throws them in the dirt and you just punch them real hard, especially after they've already taken damage. That's a finish him combo wombo right there. Is that what you want? Attack weakness?
Yeah.
Okay. Younger.
I would like to hear forceful blow.
Man, I called it. Oh man, I called it. Anyway, it's an advanced and attack move. You swing at an enemy with all your might, sending them flying. Mark 1 fatigue and inflict 2 fatigue or 1 condition on your target, your choice. Then push them into a new position of your choice unless they mark 2 fatigue. So it's basically just like an improved strike.
So there's the potential of them taking 4 fatigue.
Correct, if they don't let you move them.
Okay. That's pretty cool. And then can I hear the stand strong ability?
Sure. Standing strong. Defend a maneuver. Plant your feet and prepare yourself for incoming blows. Become prepared. You automatically avoid... block or avoid any negative statuses inflicted on you this exchange. So you can't become impaired. You can't be
That's
trapped.
just... It doesn't require any fatigue?
No, just straight up, you stand still for a round and they can't hurt you.
Oh my god, yeah, I am 100% taking that. You don't understand how powerful that is for my character.
Then it's yours.
Okay, awesome. That's a mastered technique? Sick.
that you get a, you've been practicing it for a year.
That is, oh man, that is so cool.
Yeah, again, just a reminder for you guys as a group. Like, this isn't just like, oh, we learned it. You've been doing this for a considerable amount of time.
I was like, beat me with your socks chain.
Which is continuously beating you with socks until you can no longer be impaired. That's cool. That's cool. All right. So now we get to go your personal bending craziness. Water bending is actually my first one on the list. So, we'll start with our 2 water benders.
Frozen, I went first last time. You go first now.
I also have some cool suggestions in my other book if you would like me to make some from over here.
I would appreciate suggestions.
So give me a style that you want, either of you. Do you want to defend a maneuver, evade attack, or what stat?
I get bonuses from evade and observe, so I would appreciate an evade and observe because I've got one for defend. I have one for attack, so I'll take one for evade and observe.
Okay, evade and observe. The first one I see on my other book here is called Ring of Water. You pull a long string of water out of a substantial nearby source, nothing smaller than a knee-high pond, to surround yourself with 1, 2, or 3 floating rings of water. Mark 2, 3, or 4 fatigue to call up 1, 2, or 3 rings. If you call up 1 ring, you become favored. If you call up 2 rings, you also become prepared. If you call up all 3 rings, you also become empowered, as long as you have at least 1 ring remaining. You may use rings 1 for 1 to strengthen another water bending technique, reducing the fatigue cost to those techniques by 1 per ring spent, or inflicting an additional 2 fatigue per ring spent on a water bending attack.
That sounds really cool, but remember, you have to use a substantial source of water.
Yeah, not only that, I don't really have waterbending attacks. Most of my attacks are just smacking people.
Okay, well let me find you another one. You don't like that one?
No, I like that one. It's just I don't have any way to use it.
Sorry, I'm finding another beta maneuver waterbender thing. That's the only one in this book. Let me jump to the regular book.
Really?
From the core book, Defend and Maneuver's got like water whip.
No.
Water cloak.
Evade.
Oh, evade?
Yeah. Creeping ice. Carefully and stealthily extend a sheet of ice beneath your foes of your choice. They become impaired as long as they remain on the ice, and you become prepared to engage with them.
There's also Ice Claws or Ice Gauntlet. Or Ice Claws. Not Ice Gauntlet.
What do ice claws do?
I don't know. I don't have the full book. I just have a list of what's available.
That must be.
But that's it.
That's
in the adventure guide.
Is it? Look.
Yeah.
Let me look. I might have missed it. You said Ice Claws?
Yep.
Ice Claws, yep. In Wan Shi Tong's library and extras.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Ice Claws, Evade and Observe.
I'm blind AF. Okay, there it is. Cover your fingers with ice to create sharp, pointed claws. Mark 1 fatigue to become prepared. As long as you are prepared, anytime you attack an enemy in hand-to-hand range, inflict an additional 2 fatigue. If you lose the claws, you lose prepared. So basically, if you shatter them on something or someone uses their ability to melt them or something, they go away.
I'm also seeing one called Quiet Grip of Ice. As an evade and observe. Use a bit of water on the ground to grab a foe's foot.
I might take those ice claws, actually. That might be a good one for me. Considering the fact that I'm already smacking people as much as I am.
Okay, Ice Claws it is. All right. Looking at you, Frozen.
I'm actually going to go to the core book because there's 2 that I'm looking on my list that I'm really interested in.
Okay.
And the Creeping Ice you already mentioned, but there's one called Crushing Grip of Seas.
Crushing Grip of Seas.
Which is an advance and attack.
Mm-hmm. I'm finding it. Give me a second. Crushing grip of seas. Advanced attack. Throw a tendril of water that wraps around your foe's limbs and holds them in place. Mark 1 to fatigue and inflict impaired on a foe. Mark additional 2 fatigue to inflict trapped on that foe. With the second tendril. If the flow is already impaired, you only need to pay the -2 fatigue for traps. So you don't have to pay the original one. So it's a way to trap your enemy for 3 fatigue.
Man, both of these things become wombo combos when applied with water knife, ice prison, or my attack one. So,
I mean, quiet grip of ice is pretty powerful too. What's another? There's lots of cool. Oh, the octopus form is a defended maneuver. That sounds pretty cool. Surround yourself with 8 tendrils of water, blocking incoming blows and striking at foes. Mark 2 fatigue. While you have octopus form active, once per exchange, you may use strike against any foe engaged with you, regardless of what approach you choose, and you may block any one incoming attack against you, regardless of what approach you choose. You must mark 1 fatigue at the end of each exchange after the first to keep the octopus form active. While octopus form is active, you are impaired.
hmm.
I know. I
Sounds
think the other ones are
cool,
better,
but
Brian.
is very expensive.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about the system is there's not really a way to improve your fatigue over time,
Yeah.
unless you are the avatar.
It sounds cool, and it's like I definitely would like take that if the cost wasn't so much because it's 2 to start, and
one every
then
round. Yeah.
yeah, including the first round because at the end of the exchange, right?
After the first exchange.
Oh, but getting a free attack, no matter what you choose, you can always just evade and observe,
And then punch. Yeah.
and then take a free attack and block a free attack and recover. Actually, that's not a bad deal when you look about it that way. Aside from being impaired.
Yeah, because that gives you a -2 to your rolls when you do stuff, or you lose an action.
Hmm. Nah. I've definitely been going more towards the attack route, so not a bad deal, but I think I'm gonna go with actually there's one more in the core book that's grabbed my interest just now. Breath of Ice.
Breath of Ice, classic. So, Breath of Ice, defend a maneuver, become ready to breathe a shivering cold upon any foe that gets close to you. Any foe engaged with you at any point in this exchange becomes impaired until they clear the ice from their limbs. Literally no cost.
It's a defended maneuver. It has no cost. I just breathe on them and they become impaired.
Correct.
I'm gonna take that one.
That's rude, but okay. Okay. And last but not least, our weapons expert.
I have a question.
I probably have the answer.
In this game, an exchange is simply that round of combat, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. I don't really have any good observe, but I also kind of like counter strike or disarm.
I don't know. Fint is pretty crazy. If anyone attacks you, you can mark 1 fatigue to immediately inflict a condition on each of your attackers.
That is really good, especially for mobs. But I was thinking about disarm because it could be used against Bo to be like, you can't do that thing that you do that kills people.
Target your foe's ability to fight by breaking, removing, or limiting a particular style. Mark 2 fatigue to name any advance and attack technique your foe has. They are unable to use the technique for the remainder of this encounter. So, an encounter is the entire fight, and exchange is the round.
Yes. Because I was also thinking about the more we hurt people, the more they're able to hurt us. So that could be chi blocking jabs. Ki blocking jabs. Up to 3 if you hit them 3 times within 3 rounds. I don't know. What do you guys think?
This is a your character moment. What did you spend your last 2 years dedicating yourself to besides hitting things harder? Or sorry, I take it back. Getting hit real hard, right? Because that one's already a defended maneuver, right?
Yeah, that is a defended maneuver. I think I will go for chart a course. I obviously need to think about what I do more often.
Plan a clear and perfect plan of action, secretly choosing your approach up to 2 techniques you plan to use in the next exchange, noting them in advance. If you use those techniques in the next exchange, reveal your planning. Those techniques cost no fatigue and cannot be cancelled or blocked. Anyone engaged with you, mark 1 fatigue to look at the notes. So you have to literally write it down ahead of time before each round, and then show me the notes if I'm like, they burn a fatigue to see what the hell you're planning. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen on a note, but okay.
And then even if you see it, then it still can't be blocked, right?
Yeah, but they might just not activate it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
If they know you're going to strike 3 times, they might just be like, okay, this is our plan. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think that's a good choice. It makes sense why I'm standing still now.
He's just over there thinking really hard. He's just grabbing his face. What shall I do next? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so you guys have acquired all of your cool 2 years worth of training. Your characters have aged 2 years. Note that somewhere in your character if it matters for you. Your little crime syndicate has grown slightly. You have a small gang of followers that will loyally protect you thanks to your friends' efforts. Now let's talk the other part of being a person. Do you think your characters pursued any romantic interest while they were here in this town?
Never.
Right. Well, whatever. That's fair. Too busy working.
Hard no. Relationships, gross. Animals, gross.
Just this entire session, just gross. Don't like it.
Whether or not I'm successful is debatable, but 100%, absolutely.
Trying for it. Noted. We'll roll for
probably.
Noted. Gonna go hang out with your cousins or something. You're weird.
Wow.
Okay then.
I plant my asexual flag at the top of the mountain.
You are successful. Everyone leaves you alone after the first year.
Stay away from me.
Get off my
Throw a
lawn.
rock at you.
It doesn't even take a year. It takes 3 weeks, and everybody's like, okay, you're chill, but we're going to leave you be.
Just be gone. Thought is his constant. He's just yelling at people in the street these days. They get close to him. He just over here like, maybe if I can get to it.
Be gone, sucks!
Every time Quan rejects a woman, I console them.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
I don't reject women. I full speed run. It's not like we're not compatible. Sorry. It's like, ew. Boom.
Brother, ooh.
Juan never
Yeah.
grew up past the cooties phase.
I mean, no, man. It's just my sexual preference is
Brother,
stay away. It's not about cooties.
That's fair, and we respect it.
So, last Rith.
I'm gonna say he just kind of focused mostly on training, and then probably put some of his like merchant skills together to just maybe run a shop in the off time.
Okay, so the new financier. Go ahead and roll me a. Do you have any other dice besides D6s currently?
I do, yeah. Which dice do you want?
Roll me a D100.
I don't have that one. Actually, no, I do. I have percentile dice.
I was gonna say 2D10s works.
I only have my 2d6.
Google a dice roller.
You have access to all dice at any time if you have the internet.
All right, rolling.
Log on.
I do have my kids here though.
That is
Nice.
a 84.
Nice. So, at the end of your 2 years, you make 168 gold, in profits from your little side business. So you've made a decent profit for yourself. Again, about a half year's wages extra, which is good, especially because you started with basically nothing but what we had on our person. So like, I don't know what you were selling, but you were doing it well enough as a side gig.
I am a good businessman.
Your parents would be proud for sure. All right, romantic interest yahoos. Now we get to do some rolls for you. So first and foremost, we're gonna make this a real easy good, bad, ugly roll, and an odd even at that. So I got 3 dice on the table. One blue is good, black is bad. You know what? I'm gonna change that because that sounds terrible. Red is bad, and yellow is ugly.
I like that one. That's a pretty die there.
There's an eyeball
They have
inside that
eyeballs?
stares at you. Yep.
Oh, we have those. We sell them.
They're so
I want
cool.
the same one.
Yes. Yeah, we just got a whole bunch of them. They all sold out, so I had to go get more. All right, who wants to go first? Good, bad, ugly between the two romantic interests. All right, romantic
Me.
interest. Romantic interest. I'm gonna give you. No, we already know the technique you use, so we're gonna go with that.
Not one, they fall in love with each other.
It's all positive. So we had really good, okay, bad, and terrible, ugly. You have a kid.
Why is that terrible ugly?
Soon.
So
It's fine.
congratulations, Long John. You got married in the last 2 years. You now have a family here in the village.
Oh boy. I can't believe that I just
That's a dice
married.
roll.
I just got married to just sec.
Look, like the highest positive, the most positive negative, and the
Rock is my son-in-law. That's crazy.
Whoa. No.
That's what's so ugly about it.
his dad is still alive. leave Master Heather alone. And then the ugly. I couldn't think of a positive ugly, so we're gonna say you now have ties to this region, which makes what we need to do next difficult.
I have to leave your 1-year-old child behind. Is it a boy or a girl?
Ooh,
I have to do this for the avatar.
odd even.
Roll
Here we
for
go.
If you're a bad father.
Are you going to get milk?
Even odd. It's a boy.
Wow.
Young men have to learn how to fend for themselves in this world.
Getting milk. Got
Wow.
it. Noted.
Okay, Sokka's dad.
I'm so glad I opted out of this. This is terrible.
Okay, and other romantic interests. Are you ready there, Frozen?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, you
Bad
get a
dad
kid
roll,
too.
let's go.
Bam. Okay, well, the lowest good, a mid-tier good bad, and a mid-tier good ugly. So I'm gonna say you were successful in your endeavors, but nothing permanent along the lines. You've had some traumatic heartbreaks, but nothing that harmed your character as a a person. Like you weren't killed or nothing, but you definitely went through some painful breakups over the last 2 years. So you've grown as a character slightly. And the ugly, a positive ugly, a high positive ugly, or mid. Sorry, this is a mid positive ugly. So like,
Happiness with one of your exes.
you one of your family member died over the course of the last 2 years. That's a ugly event. No, nothing to do with the
Immediate
women in
family
your life.
member?
Yes.
Cool.
You get to pick. I'll let you decide.
Oh, damn. All
Put your mother out of her
right. All right. I have 4 family members. I'm going to roll a D8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It could have been
1,
5.
2, it's my mom. 3, 4, it's dad. 5, 6, it's my older sibling. 7, 8, it's my younger sibling. Son of a bitch!
That's
2,
not promising.
it's my mom.
Your mom died.
My mom died.
Dang, we can't have
Oh.
no
He
parents
didn't
in
even
these
see it
campaigns.
coming.
Well,
killed
I
your
mean,
mom.
at least you're here for it. Jesus.
This is why my relationships failed. It's because my mom died.
Right, you had some serious mommy issues, and they came out real hard towards the end there. So yeah, so no, we have one friend that got married, and life's going good, and your mom died, and it's just you're gonna katara it up here. My mom died. That's why everything's sad.
We share an anniversary. Just for 2 different reasons.
That's the most putrid thing that's come out of your mouth tonight, friend.
That's awful, dude. That is so bad.
We're sending younger to the gulag after this, right? Just we all agree. So,
wow.
anyway, fun question. What is your kid's name? What did you name it? And what was your new wife's name? Because they will be in letters, and or
Oh, no.
will be captured in the future by enemies because evil anime tropes.
Oh man, my kid. His name has to be Jack.
Okay.
Jack Hammer.
Okay. Good. That went in a way more positive direction than where I was going.
Dumb.
Well, the jacked up. Yeah, that was it for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, that was totally where my mind went with that.
Frozen, you can't be so honest here.
Well, I mean, not exactly what I was expecting to get out of this, but well.
Oh,
So
being
sorry for your
asexual is not too
loss.
bad, huh? Maybe you want to leap over on this side.
Listen. If you start to get into the weird, like sexual stuff, when the dude just 1, he's married now. 2, he also lost his mom, so that's just weird.
Look, I was just rolling for events here.
I know.
So, you didn't answer the second question there. We got your son's name. What's your wife's name? Add to your character sheet. It's important detail.
Okay.
We'll come back to that later. So, we're going to continue on with our story. It's been 2 years. Taryn has wholeheartedly had to dedicate to training. He has had no time for a social life, no time for fun. All he has been doing has been melting and throwing ice, and gosh dang is he good at it. He's not necessarily a water bender. He is very much an ice bender. ice is under his command. It seemed to come naturally to him. The fluid state of water is hard for him to control, but if it's frozen, he's dangerous.
Hmm.
So, your new master, what Dibby, Master Dibby. Is that what I called him?
I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
Master Divey. That's what it was. Master Divey. Has given him his seal of approval. He's trained him as much as he can, at least for now, without spending a ridiculous amount of other time. While he is still quote unquote young, he should probably try and learn the other two elements, as he's already a pretty proficient earthbender. He will soon have to learn how to firebend, which is going to be the second hardest for him. Because it is his, not airbending's his opposite, so that'll be the worst one for him. The firebending won't be too bad. So you guys now have to find a firebender friend to do some teaching. So where do you guys want to go? What do you want to do? Politically, 2 years have passed. By the way, the world is still doing okay. It is relatively stable. You guys haven't heard a peep from Lord Bo, but there's definitely been political shenanigans in the background, shifting of alliances and things like that. The Triad has been come under heavy attack, by the Grand Central Government, and they put just about everything into eradicating the Triad that they could. They did an okay job, but obviously there's still plenty of places where they are still very active. But in Republic City, they are completely gone. Allegedly. That's what the news keeps telling you. There's no Triad in Republic City.
I love it.
It's interesting.
So, where would you guys like to head? The Fire Nation is obviously to the far east. That would be a good place to find a trainer. You could head back to Republic City and, like before, kind of look through the wannabe yellow pages and see if you can find a master that's appropriate there. You could seek Triad contacts, and hopefully they have some firebending friends. You did have firebending friends some time ago, but they all died. You might find Tungslar's father, though, as he's a retired general that trained him, as an ironic twist of fate.
Shit, did we ever do why he died? We did, right?
I think you sent Lou to tell people because he knew Tungslar. If I remember correctly. You guys have been receiving communications from Lou, by the way. So he is relatively updated on your situation and your training level. And he has encouraged you to get the heck out of there and get somewhere useful. Were his last words.
Get somewhere useful, he says. Like he didn't sit in a coma for 2 months.
So, I pose the question, what is your guys' next step as a group? Obviously, as you are training with the Avatar and whatnot, Fire Nation is probably the best place to go. But Taran will tell you he will happily travel on his own for a while. If you guys need to kind of do your own thing, right? You've spent 2 years guarding him, and he feels like he is proficiently able to defend himself now. There isn't too many people out there that he couldn't take down. At least that's what he says to you. With all the presence of a soon-to-be fallen Jedi Master. He's Anakin really hard right now.
I can appreciate you wanting to go out on your own. But I'm gonna join you. And I think these guys had a friend who was from the Fire Nation, and I bet that his family would probably be a good place to go visit. Or Rith, weren't you raised by firebenders?
Yep.
Also an option, though his family is more blacksmiths and forgers and those kind of people. But I'm sure they know somebody.
I mean, it would be the next best place to look. Besides, I lived in a fairly large area for all of that, so I
Which place is closer? I mean, if there's one on the way to the other, might as well stop at both.
So you guys will know that Tugaslar was from the main capital, right? Right? Tugaslar, you had somewhere in your notes?
Yes.
Yeah, it was from the main capital. So his family resides in the main capital. Rith, I don't remember where you're from, if you're from main capital or not.
I think it was main capital as well.
So either one of the people you go to see, you might see Rith's family for, staying the night, essentially, or having a place to stay, and then train with Tugaslar's family, if you can talk them into training some random Yahoo.
I can talk him in as I pay my respects.
Quan, Taryn looks over. Do you have any ideas? Suggestions? Are you are you gonna be okay with leaving the gang here to do their own thing for a while?
Would it be uncharacteristic to define the triad presence here as the now center of the triad? Since their ousting of the,
No, the triad is behind lock and door. You know what I mean? The main leaders are still doing their thing somewhere. It's kind of like late term yakuzas. They're around, but they're just doing their own thing, kind of not causing trouble.
Okay. Well, I don't think it's too much of a problem to leave. Pretty happy to do so, and make sure Taryn knows that I'm not abandoning him either.
See how it takes it. Positively.
I'd really like to eat another than fish.
So,
yeah.
Younger, you now have the hardest choice of all of us. You have a family and child. Do you just give them the deuces, or tell them you're going to be away for a while? I mean, the 1-year-old's not going to remember anything. This is more talking to your wife than anything.
Yeah.
How about that? Or you could make it really complicated, and we could travel with the wife and the baby.
Ooh, extra complicated. My character cares. Unfortunately. So I can't be a total dirtbag. So obviously my wife at some point had to be informed on this decision if I blabbered off to 10 other people while I was drunk.
There's a high probability that you can't keep your mouth shut, yes?
Yeah, so my character would heavily contemplate her views on the situation. But I would also go as to say, I could probably make a lot more money out there than I can over here and be gone for a short amount of time, and ensure coming to visit,
All right, you ready? You ready for this roll to see how she's feeling about it?
Yep.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Give me 10 seconds to modify my voice here.
Okay, how's this sound for you guys?
Okay, that
Terrifying.
Why do I sound like a girl?
Quite a bit.
Okay.
Mostly.
Oh, so yeah, we try another one. Is
I like
this
how
one?
clear it is.
Is this one any better?
It's younger.
Younger. Well, for the younger, it sounds funny. Let me see if there's any other ones that would be appropriate. Okay, how about this one? Talking.
That's pretty clear too.
Okay, as long as
It's a
you
little
It's
guys.
clear, but it doesn't sound as feminine.
Yeah, you can do the first one.
All right, last chance. Is this the letter? Or are we going back to the OG?
OG.
All right, OG it is. So she looks to you. I'm just gonna do this in the girl voice the entire time, so I have to keep turning it on and off. It says, "Our life is like water. As we are here, it is frozen solid, but I am okay with it melting and thus going somewhere else. We do not have to be stationary. We can move as we are needed. I would much rather stay with you, my soulmate, who found me in this cold winter wasteland, than to wait here and hope for the best."
I mean, if it's her desire to travel the world, and I'm going to travel the world, I would just have to take on the family burden of finding them hotels.
I will politely suggest you maybe talk to your friends about us hitching along. I am okay with going, but are they okay with having us?
This is a discussion I will have to bring up. Some of our travels may be dangerous. There is bad people out there who would wish to do me and my friends harm. And I really wouldn't want you as my wife and our son Jack to be caught up in any nasty business like that. I'm a strong man and I can protect you, but I don't know to what extent.
Okay, I will wait for your decision and start packing immediately.
Friends, compatriot, how viable of an option is it? Vote at this time. We already know Kwan's response. No women.
No, I wasn't gonna say that actually.
He has no
I-
romantic interest. It doesn't mean he despises your romantic interest.
Yeah,
But you might.
I think if anything, you would be happy because Quan isn't seeking out anything like that. So at least his family is safe. But yeah, it is a dangerous thing to do. But also, I think it's your responsibility as a father to be there every day. And for you not to is a is not a good choice. And there are repercussions to that. So I think you just have to do the dangerous thing here.
Based off my connection with your character, thinking that I'm worried about your ability to hold your own, and you telling me this is like, oh man, reality checking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll dice. I'm gonna fucking tell you straight up.
I
have no problem with your wife and child coming with us, but with all due respect, I declined the responsibility of keeping them safe.
That is okay. What about you, Iron? How's Rith feeling?
Rith is not the one that has a family that he's got to take care of. So he can't really weigh on this issue, really. His family's in the fire capital, so as far as he's concerned, like this is a you guys decision, not him.
Well,
I'm not gonna get in between a couple lovers.
How's the Avatar
quarrels.
feel?
So, the Avatar is a fan of both your wife and child. He gets along with them quite well. As they are probably the only outside connection that come to the school on the regular to hang out with you that aren't other students.
Sure.
Okay. Well, then the decision has been made inside of Lon John's head that he will bring his wife and act as a bulwark shield in the event of combat to the best of his ability.
All right, I'm going to do one more roll, and it's going to be an 8 or above. If they get an 8 or above, she's a competent fighter. Below that, she is kind of in the same boat you are. She has the ability to bend, but isn't a great bender. And obviously, the baby's a baby, so don't expect anything from the baby.
The baby's the next Avatar.
Okay, so she is not a fighter by any means.
But is she a healer?
You would say no. Her bending is relatively weak, which is probably one of the reasons you guys connected.
Our baby is not gonna have bending powers.
Oh yeah, is there a baby?
No, your
bending
baby's
powers?
another prodigy. Two parents that can't bend for crap, but a prodigy comes out of them.
Classic trope. But the Avatar is still alive, so you know it's not gonna be that one. So
That
you guys set out on your journey. First thing is the 2-day journey back to the capital city, which is something that you guys have made on the regular, for the exception of Taryn, who has not left that town for the last 2 years. And one thing you will notice is the air defenses and the troops in the capital are significantly way more fortified than the last time you were here.
Huh.
There is
What do they?
there is an aura of maliciousness in the air, right? You can taste the bloodlust from these soldiers standing on the lines. Like, they're just ready to go. They are dogs on a chain. Something has happened.
what's going on?
Yeah. We can talk to one of the guards.
I'll absolutely approach one of the shoulders and be like, "Hey, man, I'm coming from my village a little ways away. What's going on here?"
The Southern Water Tribe has indicted war against everyone. Well,
The
not
Southern
us.
Water Tribe is pulling a Fire Nation?
They're trying to.
Huh.
They have some idiot leader who has gained a significant amount of power down there. He's taken all of their forces and most of the southern continent. Well, continents, whatever. Within a week.
Just had a chance. Is that leader's name Bo?
Yes.
Mother.
Huh.
So mad. Instantaneous rage.
You guys are expecting an attack?
From one of the other nations, yeah.
From one of the other nations? What? Are the other nations attacking us now?
They might be, because of the southern tribe's foolishness.
They haven't figured out in the last 60 years that the southern tribes and the northern tribes are different people?
We are one nation of benders. Sorry, one kingdom or empire of benders. Remember, they're conjoined.
Take us to get here.
Also, as a note, I mean, on the world map, they are right next to each other technically, right? Or no, because they're on the poles. So never mind. They're
They're
the
on the
farthest.
opposite poles.
Yeah. It is not a circle. It is.
We were just at the Southern Water Tribe, so like, would we have known about this before?
You were in the Northern Water Tribe. You've been there for 2 years.
My bad.
Oh, good. So, no, I mean, you might have heard rumors and whatnot, but no actual. Again, this is something that happened in the last couple weeks.
All right.
So the capital knows about it. They've known about it. They have good news on it. Your little village, kind of in the middle, a couple days away, just hasn't been informed. But it will explain why some of the supply runs have dwindled recently.
Why? Because they're being attacked?
No, because there's way more people in the main capital that are using up the supplies, so there's not as much excess to sell in other places.
The village was receiving less supplies, not the city. Oh, okay.
Correct. Yeah. So, from here, what's the thought?
Well, I mean, that's literally on the other half of the earth. So
Yes, it is. It is quite far away.
We'd better. I say we get to the Fire Nation as soon as possible.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's fine.
I don't think this is an us problem yet.
I'm just mad that Bo was mentioned. Like I had 2 years of peace of mind.
Okay, you guys get on an airship bound for the main Fire Nation capital. There is a direct flight there, basically. It's a little bit more expensive to go there than it was to come here. You're looking at 25 gold per person, and there are how many of you? Seven?
Seven
now.
of us now.
Seven, including the babies.
Yeah.
No, the baby will get charged. So six yahoos at. So
I
you're
lose
looking,
50 gold.
Oh, and a mech.
the next part of the
What do we-
cargo.
Okay.
It's, hold on,
Over
before
50
we go,
pounds,
because
there's
it's
like, shooting
important.
one battle droid.
Because it's important. In the last 2 years, has he managed to improve the mech at all?
You know what?
Still have some
I'll
Mark
let
I
you.
Iron Man suit.
I will let you roll on your rely on your skills and training to see if you've been able to configure either a safer space for your ferret or craft something that'll, work.
Bet. Okay. I need my skills. There they are. Skills and training requires the absolute most garbage skill in existence.
Focus is not your power. We know this, unfortunately.
It is my number one worst stat.
If there was a number one hater, it would be the focus stat.
Said every ADHD person ever.
I got a 6 and a 4 and a -1, so a 9.
That's still good.
It's still a hit, bro.
So you do so imperfectly. The GM tells you how to approach to lead to unexpected consequences. You take the consequences or take a -1 fatigue. So the consequences are you've built a working combustible engine. The issue is it takes constant fuel, and your fire ferret can no longer jump in there to charge things. On a plus note, it works at normal speed now. But
Or I can fatigue.
Or you take fatigue.
I'll take the fatigue. Did I ever lose the fatigue I got from 2 years ago? I've been fatigued for ages.
Technically, I guess.
No, you kept that fatigue because you're a dad now.
Right,
Yeah,
constant.
you
You
keep the -1.
Negative, constantly
Yeah.
-1 fatigue.
That's
No,
fucked up.
no sleep for you. But
Welcome to fatherhood, homie.
that's me in a month, baby.
not
Let's
even
go.
father,
Actually,
I'm
I take that back. It's less than a month. Oh, that's me. That's me in 3 weeks, yo.
Wow.
So
You act like you haven't experienced this, 3-4 times already?
3. This will be number 3.
I was there for his first one.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Yeah. So
Are
you
there
take.
windows.
Huh?
Are there windows on the airship?
Yeah. Say there's windows. Again, this isn't a combat one. This is more luxury, big bus esque.
I was just wondering if we're like high up, if we can see evidence of the battles.
It is not that apparent now. No. Also, you are still considerably far away. You know what I mean? Like you have to be within a mile or two, even high up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll take your fatigue and not have any consequences. So yeah, you're able to, over the course of 2 years, you're able to get that mech, functioning. You haven't improved anything else on it, but the power source issue is, fixed.
Yes!
It looks ridiculous though. You know what I mean? Like it's just a big old butt on the end of his mech, like regular looking mech, and then just got that ass with 3 C's.
So a thick bot.
The thickest of butts.
1,000. Oh my god.
Bot BOT. Do you have like conceptually
Oh.
how
Robots.
yeah.
Aunt
Do-
Flo or Auntie, whatever her name was from Robots.
It's not that
Um,
bad.
do you have like a logical like way that you save the power issue? Because I had an idea.
I want to hear this.
I think batteries. When the ferret isn't busy, you're just like siphoning the energy and then storing it as big old battery canisters for the mech. And that's how you dealt with the need for excess energy.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know, I invented batteries. I actually looked recently at how like older batteries worked, and it is god awful.
Regular batteries are god awful. One step above witchcraft.
No, I just meant like if you look at like the old batteries and stuff, like the ones that just use like little metal discs, like basically ineffective. Then you had like the ones that were in like clay pots and stuff, and it was like they work but not great. And then the ones in glass jars that worked significantly better, but
And of course, we
you
have
probably
somewhere along the line we get lead and asbestos because, of course, we have to have dangerous chemicals.
Look,
I'm totally down for that middle ground. Definitely took like, oh yeah, there's like this all these people's snow machine batteries. That's crazy.
you just have the equivalent of 3 snow machine engines on the back of your mech, just having it go. Goes great. Okay, so jokes aside, travel. Let's see how airfare goes. So before it was 3-4 days worth of journey. This time it's a full week of leisure. Just these air flights are just great. They're just over here like do 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 do. Everything's fine, no problems.
What are we gonna get attacked by? A giant bird?
Those are a thing. Also, there's a potential war going on.
On the other half of the world.
You never know, scouts and whatnot. Anyway, you guys arrive in the Fire Nation capital, and very much like the Northern Tribe capital, they are armed to the teeth. And unlike World War either one Germany, they are heavily armed because no one really took away their armaments post Aang silliness. They just pulled all the old stuff out from storage. So you have Fire Nation, or in this case, Fire Empire, armaments and gear everywhere. They're just a ridiculously huge army, just waiting.
I love it. It's fantastic.
So, as you land, you are scanned, or they interview you to make sure you're not from the Southern Water Tribe, especially because you guys are flying in from the Northern Water Tribe. You are given a considerable amount of time in interview. So, we're going to play a little game. Here comes your test of wisdom section of the episode. Dun, 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 dun. Who would like to go first in these random questions?
I'm really bad at answering questions.
And
Take
please,
me.
I will.
please answer them in character. But I'm going to pull them up here really quick. Sorry. So, this one's actually perfect. As someone who's going first, sorry,
Me.
Frozen. So, it is said that the great Iroh taught Fire Lord Zuko about finding inner peace and balance. How does it relate to his own journey?
How does it relate to Iroh's journey?
Zuko's journey. Why was it
Finding
important?
inner peace and balance.
Yep. Why was it important for him to learn those concepts?
Well, because when he was still a young kid, he was full of anger and hatred and like self-doubt and self-loathing, and he needed to find that inner peace and balance to kind of forgive himself and find room for forgiving other people.
That's a really good answer and pretty close to the what I have. So I'll take that. Good job. You passed. Jumping down, who wants to answer question 2? All right. So what does Avatar Aang's decision to kill Fire Lord Ozu, despite the advice from his past lives, reveal about his character and the philosophy of the air nomads?
Oh shit.
It's really perfect that you're the one that picked this one as a as an airbender.
I feel targeted. What does it show?
Mm-hmm.
Shows that each of the avatars is their own person and can make good and bad judgments regardless of their past lives.
Interesting. Now, how does that reflect on the air nomad's philosophy? Or his decision reflect on the air nomad's philosophy?
It, from my understanding, is it went against the general traditions that they had, and so he took it into his own hands post the decimation of the Air Nation. No? Okay, well, that was my question.
The first one was a good answer, but the second half of that question you failed terribly. Remember, most air nomads, at least the northern tribe, were very focused on non-violence and peaceful actions.
Yeah, that's what I said, was that they were peaceful, so he went against their
He didn't kill
belief.
him.
No, he reinforced their belief because he didn't kill Fire Lord Ozu when he had the
Oh, I
chance.
thought
He
you
didn't kill
said
him.
No,
I thought you said
what?
He
Come
didn't.
on now.
He didn't kill him. He took the bending out of him.
Sucked
Oh,
Yeah,
he-
remember he learned from the turtle and learned how to
I
spirit
thought
bend
this was
and
something that happened in Korra's timeline or something. Because I was like, because yeah, like you said, I was like, I didn't know he died.
All right,
also it's not Ozu, it's Ozai.
Ozai, sorry. You're 100% correct. Or Zoo, no, it's Ozai. Jumping over to our Earthbender.
Woogie.
Why
I get
is
thrown in jail.
Toph's ability to see through earthbending considered a demonstration of her unique wisdom, and how does this skill reflect in her understanding of the world? Also, side note, Toph doesn't know there's a moon.
What is that for?
No,
Just like random.
Just
like,
side
fact?
note, just.
Wasn't there a joke about that in the series too? Like, see, she did one of her blind jokes about never having seen the moon.
Probably.
Yeah, that and a few other things. She makes a lot of blind jokes.
All right.
in the show.
Blind jokes aside, question answering time.
So the question again is, why is it that her basically tremor sense is wisdom?
Considered a demonstration of her unique wisdom, and how does this skill reflect her understanding of the world?
And how does this skill reflect her understanding of the world? Okay. Um. possibility to see using her earth bending to detect energy such as creatures and forces through the ground showcases her wisdom because there is information that she is privy to that would fool others who rely on their sight instead. For example, there have been times where she's found prisoners in cages that were invisible, and those who were keeping them would show that they were good moral people, but through being able to understand these things and being able to detect people's emotions and heart and those people there, she could put the clues together to figure out that something wrong was going on. Um, so that's just like that's an example of how that ability is showcases her unique perspective on wisdom.
Interesting. Okay, I will take that as an answer. That's pretty good. All right.
What's the right answer?
Let's see here. Closer to the right answer because your answer is definitely not wrong by many means. It's demonstrates her profound connection to the earth, and her innovative approach to dealing with her disability. The skill reflects her understanding of true sight coming from a deeper sensor awareness and adaptability. Again, what you said works great too. I'll take it.
Okay.
Number 4, down to Rith. How does the story of two lovers in the Cave of Two Lovers provide a lesson on the nature of love and trust? Sorry, you got the awkward one.
Responds with nothing.
Silence.
So this is mine, right?
Yes.
Can you say it again?
Sure. So, how does the story of two lovers from the Cave of the Two Lovers provide a lesson on the nature of love and trust?
So I'm upset I got this one because I don't actually remember what the Cave of Two Lovers is. Both in character and out of character. I don't remember what it
Fail.
was.
Fail.
All of these other ones,
a-
I'm just like, I can spin something with this, and then you
Okay.
gave me that. I'm just like, you're kidding
The-
me, dude.
I will.
The Cave of Two Lovers is the one
Time
that
out.
was on the way to Amashu.
Yeah, but that's okay. I can give you
Secret tunnel.
we have a
Secret tunnel.
we have a secondary question. That's why I have a couple more just in case. So,
Yeah.
we'll go to the next one then. The answer for that
Please.
one, if anyone cares though, is the story teaches that love requires trust and willingness to navigate through darkness and uncertainty together. It highlights the importance of faith in one another and the idea that love can illuminate a path forward even in difficult times. So, what does the concept of letting go mean for Avatar Aang when he learns to master the Avatar state, and why is this significant for his role as the Avatar?
So the reason Avatar Aang was first catapulted into this entire journey was because he was not able to let go. He didn't want to be the Avatar, and he couldn't let go of his previous everything else. Come around when he finally comes to, and everybody he's known and grown up with is no longer there. He's not really able to let go of that as well. He blames himself constantly, even as he's trying to go through and become the Avatar. But it isn't really until he fully lets go of all of that he had been holding on to for so long that he was able to master and unlock the Avatar state and become the Avatar, which is the protector and defender of, keeping the balance between everything.
Okay, I'll take that. That's a pretty good answer. I'll take it. Close enough to call it good. All right, you guys have mostly passed the test. The airbender is being questioned for an extended period of time, but the rest of you kind of gave the "we're not traitors, we don't plan to be traitors. Let us go through" correctly with little to no issue. So you guys skipped that whole shaboggle if you had failed terribly, which is good. So at this point, we're at the 3.5 hour marker, 3 hours and 20 minutes. How are you guys feeling? Are you up
The
for
silence is deafening around here.
Yeah, right. Are you guys up for continuing, or do you want to go through the review of the characters / system management silliness that is planned for tonight?
I'm kind of feeling like it's a good time to call things, but
Yeah, that's good for me for tonight.
Okay, we'll just wait on our third member. Maybe, perhaps.
I'm okay with checking it and then going over that additional information.
Cool beans. We'll just wait on Kong, I guess. Oh, legs. I can't feel them. They're broken. I'm an old man doing old man things.
My house is completely trashed.
When is it not? That is your complaint every video, just as a note.
No, it's like extra trashed.
Did the raccoons get in again? Got them raccoons over there goofing your stuff up?
No. I did a lot of spring cleaning.
it's the in-between state when you're cleaning and things are getting messier than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Feel that. Andrew, fantastic. So,
yeah, my son woke up.
oh, daddy. Well, then perfect timing. We're going to call it for the night after we do our quick review and all that fun stuff. So, would you guys like to start with the character leveling silliness, or do you want to do that at the end? Either way, it's going to go fast, so.
We can knock it out really quick.
All right, let's knock it out real quick then. All right, so first and foremost, we get to answer the big 3 questions for everybody. So, did you learn something challenging, exciting, or complicated about the world?
Yes.
And that was?
We learned that the world is about to go to war again. It's going to be the Fire Nation all over again, but the Southern Water Tribes are doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty complicated.
Okay. Did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
No.
No.
We took my wife out of her hometown.
I don't know. I don't think
Conspiracy-
so.
Don't know
I-
if that counts, but
I don't think that.
We buried your mother, who was a huge member of the society.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Either way, no growth point. Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? This is yes for a couple of you for sure.
yeah, I ended the session in center. And I
Sweet.
think
Yes.
we did pretty good because we guided the avatar here.
Yeah, right?
Well, also someone calmed Quan down when he was freaking out about the.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
The ferret. Speaking of
The
which,
avatar
ferrets don't live long. Is that ferret still alive?
We solved the community problem.
Yes, the ferret is still
Honestly,
alive.
I
Woohoo!
feel like I started a community problem by bringing the triad to Northern Water Tribe.
It's a high probability. Okay. Now for your guys' personal one. So we'll start with you, Andrew. Andrew, did you hit your personal growth question?
Did you pursue a desire or goal of your own outside of protecting others? Sure, but they were
Yeah,
really
you
like
s-
gimmicky.
You started a branch of the triad. That was your own goal.
A lot of funny shit happened, yeah.
All right. Younger, looking at yours, did you hit your question?
First, my adversary which was, I mean, I developed skills and techniques in order to hopefully be able to combat them.
Does evolving the avatar count?
No.
Oh,
Did
I mean,
you
good, kind of. It's kind of, that's like, now he's skilled enough to fight, you know?
did you make progress towards your goals against your adversary? What is your goal technically against this adversary?
I
Of
want to
the
fucking kill him.
it
And
was
so now I have
dethroning, wasn't it?
It was originally, till he killed my friend.
Okay. So this is the issue with playing the game is we're supposed to be really good heroes and none of us really are. Uh he
It's
has
never,
the
I would
it's never
be, but
air
then you
matter,
murdered
no
my
matter if you
friend.
bro.
he is the worst airmail mad, and we all know this. Um
What? I'm literally the worst. I can't even bend.
exactly. So, anyway, yeah, you haven't done anything to kill him directly. I actually will give that to you though because you did learn new skills for fighting him.
I've succeeded on all my growth points.
All right. And last but not least, Rith
I got a
and
couple of
Frozen.
them.
But did you hit your personal one?
The personal one was using my heritage. I mean, I used my heritage of like, well, merchant family. I made my own little shop.
Okay, I'll take that.
Woohoo.
And Frozen.
Mine's the easiest to get, and I did not, at least not actually physically say it. I'm sure that at some point my character would have done it during the last 2 years, but my personal growth question is: did you express gratitude to a companion for their presence, support, or teaching?
Ah, dang it.
And I, as a player, did not do that.
You did not do that, unfortunately. That's yeah, you need to be more thankful. That's easy growth points in the trash, man.
That is such an easy growth point, dude.
Okay, so on a plus note, you guys have your growth points. You guys get to do your level ups and things like that. If you've hit your things, cool beans. We'll talk about that later. Now the fun part that younger you unfortunately are mostly excluded from because your opinion is the most important and outweighs the rest of these yahoos anyway. Um, but
Wow.
well, that's the advantage of being a business partner and not someone who is helping us. So first and foremost, we'll start with Andrew. Good, bad, ugly. And rating on whether or not you think we can teach people the system appropriately. And you can be honest. Don't worry. You
Oh.
only hurt our feelings a little bit.
You're saying we, like I make a declaration on other people at this table?
Just specifically me and younger.
Yeah, I think so. I think that I learned how to play the game through you guys. I feel like I have a handle on it. Even if I don't understand some of the stats, I know where to go to find it. So that's all I really need to know, like the references,
Okay.
just as well as I know D&D. So that works.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Uh, I don't know. A lot of it was cool. I like the younger making the decision because obviously there's like a vote, but in the end, it's your choice to bring the family. Ooh, which is a huge and a heavy one, but I'm glad you did it. Um, I I didn't like the dice rolling fatherhood and dice rolling mom dying. I feel like those are supposed to be role play choices, not dice choices.
Rough.
Yeah, I don't like that. That was very like red flag for me, but
Okay.
I'm so glad that I fucking opted out of that.
Okay.
'Cause,
Fair.
yeah.
Fair.
That's it.
Okay. Frozen.
What's up?
Good, bad, ugly, and then are we good enough to teach other people at this point?
Um, I mean, I don't really have any like bad. Um,
I'll take that.
honestly, I never looked at the rolling the die to decide things in a negative way, because for me it's always just been an easy way of doing things. But now that I think about it from Quan's perspective, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense actually. But otherwise, I enjoyed the session. I think that I think you have the knowledge that you can teach it. I think, no offense, Younger, but I think you need to hit the books a little bit more.
I take no offense because that's literally my statement. Is that if I had the books physically, I would have a much better grasp.
I think that's just
Agreed.
kind of everyone. The books on one hand, what we have access to as players is enough to kind of get a good look at things, but there's also so many abilities and everything like that you kind of have to have at least like a list or like a document that's just got like quick summaries of everything.
And
Yeah.
there's not a good digital library
There
for
is.
this.
There is.
Well,
I completely disagree. I'm using Roll20 as a library.
Oh, you on Roll20?
And
Roll20
I
and
didn't
Demiplane has it also.
I made no
Hmm.
purchases, and I go through the whole thing. I go through the skills so easily.
They have it for free
Okay.
on Roll20? I didn't know that.
I didn't pay for it. It's
Whoops.
Magpie Games. It's there. I have my character sheet is on Roll20. I roll off of the thing.
Yep. So is mine.
I didn't know that. I literally
They have a lot of the
everything on a
resources that are free.
I have it. I've been doing everything off of a little notebook. All of my
I see
abilities.
Younger pulling out like 7 pages and going through to find his stats. I'm like, that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
One more than 7.
that's what I've been doing.
But yeah, no, I have Roll20 that I use for my character sheet, and then like Demiplane has like very basic information on like techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah, Demiplane just got bought by Roll20 anyway, so it's all gonna be the same shit.
Right. Super soon. It's okay. They'll get bought by Wizard soon enough, and you'll have to pay for everything you look at.
Roll20 is the purple app. You guys have it on the app on your phone or on the computer or?
I have the website pulled up on my
Okay.
PC
I
here.
was gonna say it should be a computer thing.
From what I've heard, the mobile app doesn't work too great.
Yeah.
But
do not.
I'm gonna have to invest into that not invest. I'm gonna have to go and pick that up because I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to transfer everything over, which will be good for me.
I swear we told everyone this way early.
Super
But
fast.
okay. Yes.
Go ahead, sorry. Anyways, so going back to the thing, like, yes, I absolutely think that Rook, you're at a point where you can teach this to other people and do this as a certifiable game. That's not the word I was looking for, but that's the word I'm going to use.
I'll take it. I understand. I get it. I approve your message.
Master.
Last but not least, Iron. Good, bad,
Yep.
ugly. Are we good enough to teach people?
I don't think I agree with pretty much what everybody else has said so far. I don't know. If you guys had said that it was on Roll20, I definitely didn't hear that because I was probably writing down my character
It
information.
was just me. It was just me who was like on it because I was like thinking we were gonna use a virtual tabletop, so I hopped on there mad quick.
No, I didn't know it was on there. So when we were looking at everything, I was just like writing it down as Rook was explaining it. So I'm gonna be transferring this character sheet from this little pen and paper notepad that I've got over onto Roll20, and that should speed things up so much. But
I need to fix my.
yeah, I think you guys have got a pretty good handle on it. It's just obviously the getting the library, and once you have everything in front of you, being able to go through it much quicker. But that's just kind of comes with the fact that we don't. At least I didn't have the material directly in front of me, so I could pick out my abilities and stuff like that. So I was constantly flipping through this notepad, but yeah.
Getting the use out of it, dang it. All right. Well, I'll take that. That means we'll add this to the website sometime this month when I have free time, which might be next month because babies. But that means the test will also be up sometime soon this month. So woohoo! Side note, Frozen. That means you get another tier 1 certification. So that's what, 2 or 3 for you now.
That would be the second one
Yes.
if I take that test.
Well, no, not
Because I
the
did.
not the first part, because you get the first one is just for playing a game with us. Because you've done.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You've done.
That would be
D&D
the third
Lancer.
one then, because I got one for Lancer also.
Stacking them up, yo.
D&D Lancer. Now this, yeah.
All right.
This is my second.
Yeah, you got to be a subscriber though. You gotta hit that Wizard's
That's true.
T.
That's true.
So all that being said, I think the right place to end it. It's July now. That means I
Yay.
get to say the thing for July, which is Fireworks 907, like it was last year. I'm not being creative. We're just gonna cycle back through the passwords again. Fireworks 907. We'll get you 10% off at the website. That'll be updated later tonight because I got to do some other things on the website anyway. But 10% off on all the things that you can get off on the store. We're really promoting the Wizards Tea really hard, so if you're looking for that extra 10% plus the 10% to get 20%, along with all the other fun things that you get every month from our Wizards Tea subscription, check that out. For those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. For those of you that are on Twitch, thanks for watching. And with adventure in mind, have a wonderful time. Actually, before I say bye, sorry, Mixapixel, you want to plug real quick?
No, my games are full.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sorry, y'all. Get the fuck away from me.
Like the ladies, get the fuck out.
I treat you like I treat my
Fuck
women.
out of here.
Okay.
You guys are terrible. All right. Anyway, with adventure in mind, have a wonderful time. Bye.
Good night.
Later.
Throw up the gang signs. They can't see us. We're off video now. Wahahaha.
Mwah.
Wahahaha.
Where's the